I like to say that a man is the closest thing to God. No matter what's going on, we have to rise consistently every day, and we have to provide consistently every day. We have to serve consistently every day.
He has to have a code. He has to have certain things he's going to say and do, and he means it. You know, when I was coming up, if a man said something, his word was bond.
For some guys, they're invisible to women. In order for them to stop complaining, they just really have to step up their game, meaning they have to step up their strategy. They have to become a more attractive guy. So the reason why so many guys are sexless is because they don't have any game.
Weak men need to be purged. And what I mean by that is that there was a time where only the strongest men had valuable things.
Anybody that's been out here in the last 10 years, it's easier to get sex than it is to make $100. Basically put yourself in a position and they throwing it to you. So I think, again, weak men have risen up and they have a voice and they spew their shit onto other weak men and they fall for it. And it's this whole victimhood thing.
I say, okay, put your arm out. They put their arm out. I say, grab your arm. You can grab your arm.
When I think of a man in my head, he takes responsibility with a purpose. And this responsibility gives him struggle, and through that struggle, he gets strength, and through that strength, he creates structure.
Smack your arm. You can smack your arm, pinch your arm. Okay, you're real. Go fucking knock on Fear's door and grab his arm.
Whatever he wants out of life, whatever he desires out of life, whatever steps he wants to take to secure what he requires, I think he should be true to that first and foremost.
Say what you mean and mean what you say.
See, the emotional male will always use emotions to make excuses for the fact he ain't shit.
You gotta be ready to go the distance behind what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be willing to die about some shit.
Still ain't getting women? Really? Come on, son. You need to go to badboymembership.com and step up your game. What's up, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I'm telling you that if you really want to attract beautiful women, you need to go to badboymembership.com. This is where you get 45 through 90-minute step-by-step dating advice tutorials every month. Just sign up, follow the advice, and you'll get the women you want. Go to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com. It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game, and I want to tell you about my documentary, Game Kings, The Definition of Game, starring myself, the Boss Mac Top Soil, Rosebud, Ron Wills, Miles Cunningham, and much more. In this documentary, you're going to learn about confidence, manhood, attracting women, and the definition of the game. To get this documentary, go to MrLocario.com.
Some people think you need a sports car to get what you want. Some people think you need $1 million. Some people think you need looks, status. The only thing you need is what they can't get unless they come straight to you. And that's your identity. Join the Masculine Identity membership today. MasculineIdentityMembership.com. Masculine Identity Soap. This luxurious, quality, high lather, high moisturizing, all natural bar soap has been handcrafted with care and consistency to provide a quality cleansing experience for self-care, focus, and productivity, specially formulated for cold showers. Stay clean, gentlemen. Masculine Identity Soap.
Click the link below and get your tickets to the Game Kings 2, The Definition of a Man documentary screening that's going to be held in Miami on October 26th, 2024. You'll be the first to watch the documentary, and then after the documentary, you'll be able to participate in a question and answer session with the Game Kings live. Space is limited, so click the link below and get your tickets now. Yo, we here. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to everybody in the building.
Yo, what's going on?
What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, and Miles Cunningham. Miles, what's going on, man?
Hey, man, just out here in paradise making it happen, man. You already know what it is. Happy to be here, man. But I'm doing good, man. I'm on a little vacay, but I'm glad to still be able to work, spit this game, and holler at the peoples. You know what I'm saying? And it's happy Friday to everybody, man. Wait. Oh, sorry. When I'm on the road, I'm not sure of my sound effects. Happy Friday to everybody. There you go.
Yeah, man.
Anyway, man. Happy to be here, man. I'm grateful. And speaking of being grateful, make sure you guys check out the Masculine Identity Membership summer sale, where all you got to do is go to masculineidentitymembership.com and put Summer, SUMMER, in the discount code box, and you can get on the membership for $1. $1 for the first month. All right, guys, so check that out. What's going on with you, Lucario?
I'm chilling, man. Just out here doing me, just loving life and enjoying all the experiences that life has to offer, man. Because listen, guys, you never know. You know what I'm saying? You never know when you're gonna go. So you gotta enjoy every fucking day, every fucking minute, every fucking second. You feel me? And guys, make sure that you guys go to masculineidentitymembership.com, because right now we have the summer sale. Hold on, we got the summer sale. Join the Masculine Identity Membership for $1 for 30 days. We got the summer sale popping off right now. You feel what I'm saying? Make sure you guys put the code in summer. Put summer in the code so that you get it for $1 for 30 days. Make sure that you guys take advantage of that ASAP. Also, make sure you guys go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 to 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Make sure you guys go and join the Bad Boy membership right now, okay? Make sure you guys do that and get that shit cracking. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, so guys, the calling number is 919-647-9392. 919-647-9392 is the number. Make sure you donate $5 or more if you want to, call in. If you have any questions, just put a Q in the chat. You feel what I'm saying? And we will get to your questions and we will make that happen. You feel what I'm saying? And Leek said, we were just talking about this yesterday. I know, this is why I came up with the title for this show in particular. You understand? Because what I actually titled it, at first I titled it, don't go on dates just to have sex. But I said, you know what? Let's flip it around a little bit and talk about, how to get as much sex as you want without actually going on any of these dates, which is what you guys want to learn how to do, because a lot of y'all are going on dates to get sex, and then you get pissed off and angry when you don't get sex when you're going out on all these dates, right? So we want you guys to understand it. And by the way, we have a program on the Bad Boy membership called Just Have Sex with Her, which basically details how to just have sex and not go on dates. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting you guys know that it's on the Bad Boy membership. You feel what I'm saying? So we got you guys to get that shit. Now, this is the thing. Most guys, what they do is they will do a lot of things to get sex, meaning they'll talk on the phone with a girl a lot. They'll take a girl on a bunch of dates, right? They'll buy a girl gifts and shit and do all this extravagant stuff. They'll take a woman out to basically a trip. You understand? They'll take her to a lot of different places and all these other things because they want sex, right? And so what they're essentially doing is that they're making it harder to get sex by doing all these things. So the thing is this, if you want to just have sex, right? What you have to understand is that the easiest way to get from one point to the next point is a straight fucking line. You understand what I'm saying? The problem is that a lot of you guys are going in circles, you're doing zigzags and you're doing all this other shit. So you say, I want to have sex, but you're like, well, I'm gonna go on a date. If you just want to have sex, why are you going on a date? Because you're putting the date in front of the sex. You say, I just want to have sex. I'm gonna talk to her on the phone for 2 hours. Why are you talking to the girl on the phone for 2 hours if you just want to have sex? Oh, I want to have sex. I'm gonna, pay her rent and get her nails done. Why are you trying to get her nails done and pay her rent if you're just trying to have sex? So what happens is you're actually making sex harder for you to get because you're not going from point A to point B, right? You're doing all this other stuff in between to try to get to sex. And the reason why you're doing that is because you think that you can't actually just get to sex. You think there has to be some barrier between you and the girl in sex that you have to sort of like do all this other extra shit to get to it. You understand? Now, a lot of that is coming from your conditioning. A lot of that is coming from your experiences dealing with women. You've been conditioned by society to think that sex is something special and that needs a lot of hard work to attain. You've also been conditioned by a lot of women who aren't attracted to you to think that you have to get to know them, get them to feel comfortable, all this other stuff to get sex, right? And this is the only thing you need to do to get more sex without having to go on dates to do all this extra stuff, right? What you guys have to do is that you have to be laser focused on being able to let women know this is what you want so that you can attract the women who want the same things as you, which means that you're on the specific frequency. So for example, as we're speaking right now, there are a bazillion other live streams happening right now. The only reason that you're able to hear the sound of my voice right now is because you're tuned into this channel. You see what I'm saying? So because you're tuned into this channel, right, you're hearing what I'm saying, right? And the audience that is watching us, we're getting the audience because we're tuned into you guys right now, right? So we're on the same fucking frequency. You see what I'm saying? But it's just a straight line. It's you're watching us. You understand what I'm saying? And you guys are listening to what we're saying, and we're in front of you giving this information, right? So what happens is that you guys have to understand it in that same way when it comes to you dealing with women, is you have to state your intention so that you can attract the woman who's on the same fucking page as you. The problem is that you guys are like, you have like 10 different tabs open with 10 different live streams open. And then you're like, well, I want to be able to hear this one live stream and understand this, but you got all these other things going on. So how the fuck do you expect to get sex, as much sex as you want quickly without having to go on dates when you're actually doing all this other stuff surrounding it that's getting in the way of you making that happen? You see what I'm saying? And a lot of it, remember, it comes from your mind, your mindset. Your mind is telling you to do a certain thing, which is causing a certain result. Your mind says, well, I can't just have sex with a woman. I have to take her on a date to get sex. So what do? You take the woman on a date to get sex. And then what happens is that sometimes you don't get sex and then you're angry because you're like, fuck, I did all this bullshit and it still didn't work. But the reason why it's not working is because you're not focused on the right fucking frequency. Just like you have to turn on your computer, come to this channel, click on this video to watch the video. You understand? So what happens is that a lot of you guys out there, right? Y'all don't understand that you say you want this thing, but you're going in a whole different direction, which is making it harder for you to get the thing, if you get the thing at all. So in other words, you say you want sex, but you're doing all these other things that have nothing to do with sex, and then complain that you're not getting sex. You see what I'm saying? Well, Miles, what's your thoughts on this shit? Before we continue.
Well, yeah, the one of the issues that I see is that guys lose the impression of their own sexuality because a woman might say no. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's like you said, with all the women that have women that don't find you attractive, right? You a lot of guys get conditioned from women that don't find them attractive or don't find them sexually attractive. And
Right.
so as soon as they hear no, they start to lose faith in the idea that there are women out there that just want sex.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? And look, guys, we understand. We understand that it may get discouraging, but it really shouldn't. It really shouldn't get discouraging, because if you know what you want, then that's all that really matters.
Right.
You understand? If you know what you want, because again, we use these type of analogies all the time where it's like, man, if you say you want a Big Mac and you focus on that, right? And you say, well, who sells the Big Mac? You say, all right, McDonald's sells the Big Mac. All right, where is the closest McDonald's in my area? Okay, let's go to that McDonald's. You go to the McDonald's, you go to the drive-thru, or you go walk in and you say, hey, I want a Big Mac, right? And then they give you a Big Mac, okay? And then mission accomplished, everybody's happy. You go home, eat your Big Mac, shut the fuck up. Great day was had by all, right? But now check this out. Here's what a lot of guys do. They say, hey, I want a Big Mac. Who sells Big Mac? McDonald's. All right, where's the nearest Big Mac? Okay, over there. Let's go to the Big Mac. When you walk into the Big Mac, when you walk into the McDonald's and you say, hey, can I have a Big Mac? And the girl and the person at the counter says, I'm sorry, we're out of Big Macs.
Right.
Here's what you tell yourself. Oh my God, there are no Big Macs in the world that want to give me a Big Mac.
Exactly.
That's what they say to themselves.
Right.
Just because this one Big Mac in it. Let me tell you something. The other day, for whatever reason, I just really wanted some coffee, and I didn't want to go home and make it. So I was like, yeah, I need to find a Starbucks. So I went on my Google Maps and I found the nearest Starbucks. Pulled up to the Starbucks and I saw a bunch of freaking construction trucks in the parking lot. And then I was like, wait a second. So turns out the Starbucks was under construction. It was closed. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I felt like, I was like, what the hell? Why would my maps take me to the one Starbucks in the area that's under construction instead of taking me to one that's open and in operation? You see what I'm saying? But it didn't kill my appetite for coffee.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? The only thing I did after that was find the next Starbucks, and I got the coffee that I wanted. I didn't diminish my appetite for coffee. I just found the next available Starbucks and then went and got what I wanted from that Starbucks.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is what average guys do is that they allow someone telling them no to change their objectives, to change their desires, to change the things that they want out of life. And so what I'm saying, guys, is that it doesn't even matter if you're trying to get sex, if you're trying to get money, if you're trying to get whatever it is you're trying to get. The fact that you want it is the only thing that matters, because the fact that you desire it, the fact that you're focused on it, you are going to figure out. Your mind is gonna keep giving you ideas to try.
Right.
Until you get what you want. I remember Will Smith said, if me and you get on the treadmill, there's only two things. It's either I'm gonna win or I'm gonna die.
Right.
You understand? Now, a lot of you don't have that type of mentality. A lot of you is like, a lot of you is three options. It's like, well, I'm gonna win, or the first girl I ask, if she tells me no, I'm gonna get mad and go home.
Right.
You understand? And the third option is I'm gonna be MGTOW or some kind of pill, and I'm gonna resent all women because that one woman told me no.
Right.
You understand? And I'm never gonna ask for a Big Mac again. I'm never gonna ask for coffee again. I'll never be confident enough to ask for what I want because that one chick told me no, or that couple of chicks told me no. Or the other day I went out and I was talking this and I was talking that, and I met a couple of chicks and all of them told me no. Then it's like, guys, you have to realize that the thing that matters is that you want it. That's the only thing that matters. And individual outcomes should not dictate your overall outcome, because if this McDonald's don't sell Big Macs, and chances are you go to the next McDonald's, they'll have Big Macs. I went to a Starbucks that was under construction. Chances are if I go to another Starbucks, they'll have coffee like I need it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm not going to let the fact that one Starbucks was under construction stop me from going after the coffee that I wanted. I'm not going to let the fact that one McDonald's telling me they don't have Big Macs right now stop me from getting a Big Mac. And with all of that being said, I'm not going to let the fact that one chick or a couple of chicks who they either told me no, they tried to shame me, they tried to act like I was crazy for telling them I wanted sex up front. Like these chicks love to do a lot of shit like that. They love to tell guys, oh, well, you shouldn't talk to chicks like that. You shouldn't do this. And then you guys actually fucking believe these women.
Mm-hmm.
That is not what you do.
Right.
You gotta stay focused on yourself. You look at yourself and you say, self, what do you want? Man, I want sex. All right, nigga, let's go out here and find it.
Mm-hmm.
Go out here and find it. Let's pay attention to the rules of the game. Let's go out here. Let's play the numbers game. Let's find an area that has a lot of women that we find attractive. You know, let's speak with confidence. Let's let these women know exactly what it is. And do not let any of them sway you or change your energy, and continue to seek what you want until you get it. That's life.
Right.
That's fucking life, bro. Like imagine the first caveman who went out hunting for food. If he tried to catch the saber-toothed tiger and didn't catch it, did he just give up on life and starve to death and die? Like what if that was the attitude of the caveman? Then none of us would be here today.
Mm-hmm.
See what I'm saying? Like, oh man, it's too hard to catch the saber-toothed tiger. I guess we'll never eat. So that means my wife, my kids, you know, my whole family is just gonna wither away and die from starvation because I had a tough time, you know, catching an animal today.
Right.
You understand? You know, guys, you got to stop letting the results or the outcomes. See, you know, the thing is not only that you're outcome dependent, right? But your perception of yourself is also outcome dependent, and that's the most dangerous part. Because it's one thing for somebody to tell you no and you feel disappointed in the moment,
right?
And then you just move on and continue to do what you was doing. That's one thing. But it's a whole other thing to let somebody tell you no in the moment, and then you totally like just start hating yourself because somebody told you no.
Right.
Or start believing less of yourself, or start looking at yourself as less of a person, or less important, or less valuable, or having less confidence, or having less, you know, whatever you want to call it, swag, or whatever you want to call it. You know, that's the part that's really dangerous. How guys start to look at themselves just because somebody told them no. It's like, bro, you know, it's like that whole thing when if you have $1, you know, whether it's a crispy dollar bill from the bank, or if you crumple it up, it's still $1. It's still worth the same amount of money. So it's like, you know, you got to look at yourself the same way, fellas.
Yeah, and also too, this is what you guys have to understand. You cannot have two opposing thoughts and expect to get what you want. You understand? So for example, if you want to be rich, you can't think money is the root of evil, because you're on two different thoughts. You're on two different thoughts that clash with each other. So because you're on two different thoughts that clash with each other, what are you expecting to attract when the thoughts that you have are clashing with each other? So are you trying to attract money, or are you trying to attract the root of the evil that money brings? You can't have both thoughts. You have to drop one and then have one as the thought. So if you want money, you have to drop that the money is the root of evil. Get it? Because then now it's a clear indication, or it's a clear focus to getting the money, because you drop the thought that the money is bad. So you can't have money bad and then you want to be a good person and then still want to get money. It's a contradiction. You can't have both. You have to focus on one thought or the other. You can't have both thoughts simultaneously. So what does that mean? The reason why most of you guys can't just get sex is because how y'all think about sex, and especially how y'all think about women having sex. So how do you expect to get sex when you think women are fucked up for having a high body count? How do you expect to hook up a girl quickly when you think, oh, there's something wrong with her for having sex, right? So a lot of you guys, you're stopping yourselves from making the sex happen easily because of your thought process about sex within itself, but also sex in relation to how women have sex. So if you're like, oh, these women are whores and they're fucked up out here for fucking guys on the first date, but you want sex quickly, or, oh, these chicks are whores, they just want to, you know, for having sex, then how are you going to get the sex that you're condemning? Do you see what I'm saying? So a lot of you guys, the reason why y'all can't just have sex is because you put sex on a pedestal, you make it special, and you also simultaneously make it wrong for the chick to fuck.
Right.
So if it's wrong for her to fuck, how are you going to just have sex?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you guys have to understand your own mentality is causing you to repel the thing you say you want. because there's no way in hell that you're able to talk to a girl, seduce a chick, tell a woman what you want sexually if deep down you feel like there's something wrong with sex or her having sex with you quickly. You understand? Right. You can't have it both ways. So a lot of guys will be like, oh, but I just want to have sex. I'm not gonna wife them. I'm not gonna wife the. No. Your mind has to be sex positive. That's why y'all niggas ain't getting no sex. You see what I'm saying? A lot of y'all have a negative relationship to sex, which is why y'all can't get it whenever y'all want to get it. This is why it's hard for you to get it, because this is the thing. Whatever's in your thoughts become your actions. So in order for you to even attract a woman for the sex, the woman has to feel that you want it just as much as her in a positive way.
In a positive way.
Right. So if you're the type of guy who has any type of negativity in your mind about sex and dealing with women, you can't even say the thing you need to say to create the situation for sex to happen smoothly. You can't even do it. Because deep down in your mind, this is why in Miles, you notice a lot of times we tell dudes, yo, just tell the girl you want to hook up. Just tell the girl you want to have sex. Just tell the girl you want to take her back to the crib. They're like, oh, but I can't say that. She's not going to go for that. That's not how you do. So in your mind, you already think there's something wrong with doing that.
Right. Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So if you think there's something wrong with doing it, or you think it's impossible for it to happen, a lot of times you won't even say it because it doesn't make sense to say it if you think it's impossible to happen.
Exactly. And to add to that too, Lucario, you will have contradicting energy talking to a female.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because in one vein, you probably start the conversation talking about, hey girl, I came over here because you was sexy as shit and da-da-da-da. And then if y'all keep talking, and then like let's just say the issue of body count come up.
Right.
You understand? You'd be like, yeah, if a chick got more than like a body count of 3, I think she's kind of, I think she for the streets and shit. You know what I mean? And then she looking at you like, but hold up, you came over here telling me how sexy I was and this, that, and the third. But now a bitch with over 3 body counts is a fucking sexual deviant, and she's for the streets, and she's less than.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck that's supposed to work? You know what I'm saying? And even if that's in your mind, again, your energy will still shine through.
Right.
You understand? Check this out. You go up to a girl, and then you'll probably say that same shit. Hey, girl, I came over here because you was kind of cute. I thought you was sexy as shit. And And then if she reciprocates that type of energy, you probably gonna pull back like, hold up, shorty. Why you acting so direct though? Why you being so sexual?
Right.
And then she gonna be looking at you like, but nigga, I thought that's why you came over here though.
Right.
But then these type of niggas would be like, yeah, I want it, but I don't want it if it's that easy though, shorty.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. I hate when niggas say stupid. It's like, what the fuck?
Like niggas know they want to fuck, but they talking about, oh well, I don't want it if it's that easy, shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like like what kind of confusing shit are you doing? That's called incongruent. That's what that's called, guys. Go look it up. It's Frankie Shy. You're right. It's hypocritical as well. You see what I'm saying? And that's the problem with those opposing forces, where because naturally you want to fuck, bro. Come on.
Right. Exactly.
You want to fuck, but you want bitches with low body counts. You look. You want every bitch to behave like a nun, but you want the nun to be a freak.
Right. Exactly.
At the same damn time, it doesn't make any sense. So you're gonna look weird to these chicks. You're gonna look because imagine you come at a chick all flirtatious and sexual, and then when she's reciprocating because she finds you attractive, you pulling back acting like, yeah, sure, I don't know about it all that, shorty. You know what I'm saying? What you doing? Why you acting so thirsty? Like what is up with you?
Right.
You trying to do this or you're not trying to do this.
Right.
You know
or the chick on her own might be assertive and wanting to fuck with you because she's that attracted to you, and you thinking, yo, there's something wrong with this bitch. She probably do that to everybody and blah, 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 and so forth and so on, and all that other stupid shit. And this is why you guys have a hard time getting sex, because you're your own worst enemy. You're in your own way. So a lot of guys are like, man, these chicks, I'll be taking them out. I'll be doing this and doing that. And they be bullshitting and all this other stuff. And it's like, bro, you're the one who created the situation to make it harder on yourself. Because that girl was showing you interest, but all of a sudden you think there's something wrong with her because she's showing you interest off the bat. Because in your mind, you've conditioned yourself to think it needs to be a challenge to get sex. This is what you guys don't understand. And the thing is, you don't believe that you can get sex easy. That's why y'all fuck up. Because, guys, you got to understand this, right? There's never going to be a time, right, where you're going to say the words to somebody else that my brother got pregnant. You're not going to say that. You know why you're not going to say those words? Because it don't make fucking sense. Your brother can't get pregnant, so you're not going to say the fucking sentence, my brother got pregnant, right? Because it doesn't make sense. That could never happen, right?
Well, I'm not sure, Lucario. I mean, what are you saying, Lucario?
Right. So you're not going to say that. You know why? Because to say those words wouldn't make sense because that could never happen, right? So now, focus on what I just said. Now, if I'm telling you, tell a woman you just want to have sex. You know why you're not going to say those words? Because you think it could never happen. So what happens is that your belief in what can happen will dictate the action you take. So a lot of you guys don't take the action to be direct with a woman to let her know what you want because you don't believe being direct will actually work and happen. So you see how what you say and do is directly correlated and tied to your belief? So because you have the belief that it can never happen, you're never going to utter the words. Therefore, you don't get the actual thing that could happen if you uttered the words. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of you guys out there, you know what's funny? Most guys who say, you just can't have sex with girls easy, most of those guys have never actually talked to a woman and let her know straight up that they want to have sex. Most of them have never done it.
Facts.
That's the funny part. Most of these dudes who say this have actually never done that, not one time. And that's the interesting part because the thing is, you're saying something can't happen that you've never actually tried. You see?
What did they say? The evidence of absence doesn't constitute the absence of evidence.
Right. That's that.
The evidence of absence doesn't constitute absence of evidence.
Right.
Right.
Exactly.
So what that means is that just because you don't have evidence of something happening doesn't mean the thing ain't never happened or is not happening right now.
Right.
You understand? And that's the same reason why when we tell you guys about the dynamics of relationships, when we tell you about the vetting process, when we tell you don't spend the night with a chick, when we tell you all these things, most of y'all niggas, to be honest, y'all look at us very skeptically.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Y'all look at us like we crazy.
Right.
Right. But it's the same reason why y'all call us the next day and talk about, yo, Miles, I told the girl that I wasn't down for a relationship. Okay, did you spend the night? Yeah. Did you cuddle? Yeah. How many dates you been on in the last week? 3. So you don't want no relationship with the girl, but you seeing her three times during the week, back to back. You spending the night and you cuddling. What does that sound like to you, brother?
Right, exactly.
Does that sound like a nigga who don't want a relationship?
Crazy.
Yeah, but I didn't think cuddling was a big deal. And I told her what I wanted. Yeah, but actions speak louder than words, and y'all don't want to listen.
Right.
Y'all don't fucking listen. And you think that but it's how many the calls that I find the most annoying, especially when I listen to you and Steve, is the calls where niggas swear they calling in to look for advice.
Mm-hmm.
Literally everything you tell them, they say but.
Exactly, right.
You straight up give them the game like how they should get it. And then they'd be like, but spending the night is not a big deal though.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, buying her flowers is not a big deal. But guys, the game is the game.
Exactly.
You understand? Like gravity works like this. If I let this go, it falls.
Right. Exactly.
Like, the game is the fucking game. Y'all niggas could see. Most of y'all don't want to believe us because it never happened to you.
Exactly.
You understand, bro? I snagged the bitch she was on a blind date. I was literally minding my business.
I was there. I remember that shit.
I was literally minding my business, chilling with my homie. This chick was on a blind date, bumped into me, and I'm like, hey, what's up? Next thing I know, she's at my crib. We're at my crib fucking. I didn't take her out on a date, but she left with me though.
Right.
like these things happen. So just because it never happened to you don't mean it don't happen.
Right.
Yeah. And another thing, you gotta stop listening to what women tell you. Because if you ask any average female out there, I would never sleep with a guy on the first date.
Right.
I would never. Or no, better yet, you're on a date with a chick. And then they say, you say, hey, so why don't you come back to the crib tonight? And she's like, well, I'm not that type of girl. How old are you again? Oh, 30-something, 20-something. So you telling me in your whole life you never had a one-night stand? Well, that's always the answer to the question. Well, okay, so that means it has happened. So the main reason why it's not going to happen tonight between you and I is because you're simply not attracted. But of course, she's not going to tell you that.
Exactly.
You understand? She's not going to say, well, I'm not attracted to you in that way. I think you're the type of guy who I would force to take me out on more dates and do stuff for me and blah, blah, blah before I let him smelt the vagina. You get what I'm saying? That's what, no chick wants to say that to any one of you dudes, because check this out. Here's what women know. If you're dumb enough to believe that I would never fuck a nigga on the first night, then you're dumb enough to do whatever the fuck I tell you.
Exactly. That's a fact. That's a fact.
You understand? If you woman tells you, oh, well, I'm not that kind of girl, and you actually believe her, then you're dumb enough to go paint her house, to go pick her up from the airport, to call her up and listen to her problems for hours. And to take her out on a friend date and buy her and pay for fucking everything and waste your goddamn time. You're dumb enough for that shit. Man, it be making me so tight. I swear, I was chilling one time waiting for a date, and I saw this other chick, and she looked like she was waiting. I was like, so what you doing? You waiting for your date? She was like, no, I'm waiting for my friend. I said, friend? She was like, yeah, he's this guy. Actually, I met him from dating, but we just kind of turned into friends. I was like, so I said, what does this friend do for you? She's like, oh, he's just a really nice guy. Like, for example, the other day he rotated my tires for me and blah, blah, blah. And I said to myself, so what do you do for him? She's like, well, I keep him company when he wants and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh. I said, see, that right there, I told her, I said, that right there is why I don't have female friends.
Right, exactly.
That right there is why I don't have female friends. I said, I ain't friends with no female unless we fucking. It's not happening. You know what I'm saying? And she started laughing her ass off. And she was like, well, if he's willing to do it,
Right, exactly.
Right. So if you're dumb enough to be a woman's friend, then you're dumb enough to do whatever the fuck she tells you. You understand? It just, keep doing it.
Right.
Keep doing it, because these women out here need help, bro. These women out here, they need their tires rotated. They need the oil change. They need their car washed. Some of them ain't got no man, and they need y'all dumb niggas to come and do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So go ahead and do it. But the only look, man, it's like with me, it's like there's a list of things that a woman could get from me, but until she receives dick, the rest of the list don't count.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's pretty much it. But and if you guys could look at yourself like that and make that the regimen, then you could live that type of life that you want to really live. But a lot of you, based on the reasons that Lucario gave towards the beginning of the show, those are the reasons why you can't do it. Because you have you have a negative mindset towards sex. You don't believe in yourself. You let women's responses to you change your perception of yourself and all these other things. So it's hard for you to get what the fuck you want out of life.
And y'all need to hear no. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all scared to hear no. Facts. And real quick, the phone lines are open, 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392. Go ahead and call in. Send your support for the show and call in.
Yeah, guys, call into the show. If you have questions, put a cue in the chat. We'll get to the questions at the end. The Bobby Smith said, I'm just tired of these games women play. I'm 43. Well, Bobby, you're the one playing games. Listen, a woman can't play games unless you play games first. This is what you got. Listen, a woman can't play any games unless you participate. participate. And most of the times you guys are playing games first. You know why? Because y'all just want to fuck, but you trying to take her out to dinner. You playing games. You feel what I'm saying? You just want to fuck, but you saying, oh, I'm trying to get to know her, right? You just want to fuck, but you spending 2 hours on the phone with her. You're playing games. You see what I'm saying? So if you wasn't playing games, you would just let the chick know what you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And then have her respond to that. But see, y'all don't want to hear no. And understand this. You're going to hear no because you're supposed to hear no.
Tell them again.
This is what you understand. You're supposed to hear no. You understand? Guys, no is directly tied to yes. You can't get yeses without no's. It's impossible. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know this world you guys live in where you can get a yes without a no. You have to get no's. You understand what I'm saying? You have to. This is why I don't understand why guys are scared of rejection, because rejection has to happen in order for you to get women. See what I'm saying? It has to happen. It fucking has to happen. Just like, for example, you can't have the front of your body without the back of your body. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you need one. You can't have one without the other. Both of them make the whole entire body. So you need both. So no is directly tied to yes, just like the front of your body is tied to the back of your body. It's one thing.
And the beautiful part is there's also the variety of everything in between.
Right.
You understand? Everything between yes and no. Everything between the front of your body to the back of your body.
Mm-hmm.
Everything in between. So you can hear yes, you can hear no. You can hear I have a boyfriend. You can hear, oh my God, I think you're so hot. You could hear I'm not interested to I'm trying to come home with you tonight. You can hear it all.
Exactly.
You can hear it all. I've heard it all. Lucario's heard it all.
Mm-hmm.
That's because we was in these streets checking it all out.
Right.
And hearing it all.
Mm-hmm.
And we was in these streets hearing all of it.
Right.
The yes, the no's, the maybes, the in-betweens, the I think you're so hot, the I'm not interested, even silence from being ignored. We heard it all.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, are you willing to hear it all? Are you willing to have a full experience of life? Or are you just a pussy ass nigga that just wants to hear yes?
Right.
So we got 205. You're on live with Lucario and Miles. Name, age, city, and where did you send your support for the show?
What's up, man? It's Brandon, age 43, Birmingham. I sent my support to Lucario on PayPal.
All right.
Well, let me double check real quick.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, that's what's up. What's going on?
Hey, here's my question. I just started listening to the show, so I need to go back and listen from the beginning.
Yeah.
How do I want some pussy, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
How do I get my mindset more identity oriented towards me? I'm turned on by my identity. Let me give you an example. Recently, at this girl, I believe in when you're having sex, get out your mind and get in your body. So I was getting turned on. She was pissing me off. We were finna fuck. I was at work. And I make pretty good money, got a good job. So I was like, let me stop this. We can do this after this. I got turned on more about who I am and really how I am. How can I get that mindset more than the sex mindset? Because I want that one first, my identity.
So you're saying, how do you like appreciate your identity first before anything else?
I want her to appreciate the identity more than the sex. How do y'all do that?
How do you get her to appreciate it or you to appreciate it?
Me to appreciate it first, and then her to appreciate it second. Yeah.
Right. Well, the thing is that you just have to stand on what you're about. Period. Meaning that. So basically, you don't make sex change who you are. You understand? You stand in your identity, whether you're having sex or not, whether she's going to say yes or no. Do you see what I'm saying? So what most guys do is, and this is unfortunate, the reason why a lot of guys are scared to hear no, right, is because they're so desperately wanting to hear yes. And the reason why they're so desperately wanting to hear yes is because they have no identity and they attach their identity to the yes or the no. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So what happens is that if you stand firm in who you are and what you're about, right, then you're not allowing the yeses or the nos to sway you, right? Just like, for example, we like I'm sure, right, that at some point, people like you go outside, it's sunny and it's hot and the weather's nice, right? It's warm and all that other stuff. Then one day, the next day, it's raining and it's cool and it's a lot of wind, right? Now, somebody might be like, fuck, I wish it didn't rain because I was going to go on a picnic, but hey, it is what it is, right? They accept the fact that it rained and they accept the fact that it was sunny yesterday. But the reason why they can accept it is because they don't attach their sense of identity to the weather. They accept the weather changes. They accept there's a variety of different types of weather, right? And so what happens is that they're able to still be who they are regardless of the weather and how the weather changes and how they experience the weather. But when it comes to women, now they're like, oh shit, well, I need for her to say yes, because if she says no, then that means I'm this type of guy. And if she says yes, that means I'm this type of guy. And if she wants to do this, then so they're attaching a sense of identity. So your identity and who you are and what you're about should not be changed or swayed based on the outside situations happening. So that's how you appreciate and accept who you are regardless. That's what it's really about. You see what I'm saying? So you don't waver or try to switch up based on trying to acquire sex and all that other shit.
I see what you mean. Is there a program on the Bad Boy membership or the Masculine Identity membership that helps you out with this?
Yeah, I would say go to Masculine Identity membership because that's what it's about, is understanding your identity to strengthen your sense of self and who you are and what you're about. That's basically what it's about. You know what I'm saying? So and we got the $1 sale now, so you should get on there ASAP.
Yeah, right now I put up the program. The current program for August is three lessons to learn when dealing with a breakup, right? 3 lessons to learn when dealing with a breakup. And it basically shows you how to focus on yourself. And it's even if whether you dealing with a breakup or you trying to like focus on yourself in general, that's what the Masculine Identity membership is all about. It's all about knowledge of self, understanding who you are, so you don't mistakenly let anything become more important than you. Because even sex itself, a lot of times that's an issue with a lot of dudes. Y'all let sex itself become more important than you. You understand? And truth be told, that type of shit could lead to gay shit, really.
That's real shit. What's another donation? I know it's $5 per question. How did you Miles and you Lucario get to the point where you put your identity above everything else? So just a lot of trial and error, failures, mistakes, or just?
Well, when I don't know, it's a thing that was already in me. So I'll say it like this: life just continued to prove what I already knew to me.
Right.
In a way. Right. And again, everybody's not me. Sorry, guys. You weren't lucky enough to be born Miles Cunningham. Right. But the thing is that there was I've always had a certain level of like healthy conceit or healthy arrogance or confidence, whatever you want to call it, right? But there's always been different experiences in my life that no matter what ever happened, it always came back around to me loving and proving shit to myself and understanding who the fuck I was. Each and every time. And I'll be honest with you, that's one of the reasons why I even became really good friends with Mr. Lucario. Because when I met him, I recognized the same shit in him. He always put himself first from a healthy place. Because it's one thing when you see somebody put themselves first just because they're trying to have one up on the next person.
Right.
But Lucario always honestly put himself first. And then it's like I used to observe, because when I saw Lucario put himself first, once he was cool and in a good position, he was the kindest person. Right. He's willing to do anything for anyone as long as he's in the correct position for himself.
Right. And also,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna say also with that, see, what happened was that when the times when I wasn't doing that and I was putting other people before me and I was not being myself, I always suffered. Always. This is what you see what I'm saying? And so what happened is I was listening to life. Life was saying, listen, every time you are not doing what you want, you're going to suffer. And it was like I wasn't listening, and then there was times I was like, "Fuck it, I feel like I should do this for this person, and let me people please that person." Then when I was doing that, I always suffered. It never fucking failed. It was like shit, and then it would always go back. I'll be like shit, I would be upset, and I'd be like, you know what, fuck that, man. I'm gonna just do what I want to do, and then I would slip back into trying to do for other people and people please, and then I would suffer. And I'm like, man, fuck that. I'm gonna just do what I want to do. And then I would slip back. And then so I was like, one day I said, no. The universe and life is telling me, do you and be who the fuck you want to be. That's it. You see what I'm saying? That's it. Because every time you don't, you suffer. Every time.
Every time you don't, you suffer. And that's what I meant that's the first thing I said. Right. I said, life kept proving what I already knew.
Right.
To me. You get what I'm saying? I same shit, Lucario. And like I said, when I met Lucario, I recognized that shit. So me and him was on the same wavelength from the very beginning. And then that's why we still, we business partners and all that shit today. But guys, you got to understand. And truthfully, a lot of you, most of you actually know this too. Most of know this too, but let me tell you something. It takes a lot of people think it takes courage to be somebody else.
Right. Exactly.
No. It takes all of your courage to actually be your fucking self.
Exactly.
Let me tell you.
Exactly.
Let me tell you. Because when people imagine people that known you and loved you all these fucking years, when they realize that you're actually a different person, and then they have to make a choice whether to fuck with you or not.
Right.
And then you both of you are at the crossroads and you got to choose you and they got to choose them. That's where the courage comes in.
Right.
That's where the true courage comes in. You understand? And because I say this a lot. I say that there are a vast majority of people that are in relationships that they shouldn't be in. And the reason why they are in relationships they shouldn't be in is because when they got to the crossroads, they didn't have enough courage to choose themselves. And so they stayed in a relationship they shouldn't be in.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Then they fuck around and have kids, and then the kids are a result. The kids get to deal with that dysfunction, or worse yet, you're at the crossroads. You know you shouldn't fuck this chick raw, but you fuck her raw or bring some child into the world, and you know you don't want to stay with the chick. Then the chick has to grow up. The child has to grow up without a father, and so on and so forth. And then we bring a bunch of rich ass niggas into the world who don't know who the fuck they are because they don't know the value of the other half. Imagine you got a generation of men growing up that don't know the value of their masculine half. Why the fuck you think I have to create the masculine identity membership?
Right. That's a fact.
Y'all niggas think this is a joke? We get emails and messages and shit every fucking day. Yo, Miles, yo, Lucario, yo, the shit that y'all be saying, bro, that shit changed my life. Yo, We know that what we say changed lives and has value. We know that shit because we don't have the courage to be ourselves. And what I'm saying is there's so many people out there that don't have the courage to be themselves. The real courage is to be yourself. It's not about faking the funk and being somebody else. I'm telling you. Right.
And that's why, and real quick, this is why we tell you guys, don't be scared of the no. Because what most people do is, for example, a guy want to have sex. Like, you could have a lot of sex by simping. You could have a lot of sex by going against your principles. You could have a lot of sex by chasing women too. But what's going to happen is that because it's not on your terms and because you're not doing what you want to do, what happens is that's where a lot of the frustration and suffering comes in. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you were doing things outside of who you are just to gain. But the ironic part is that the reason why you're trying to gain is because you don't know who you are. You see what I'm saying? So if you knew who you were, then you wouldn't be trying to do those things or get those things. Because when you know who you are, the no means nothing because the no does not affect you. And check this out. The yes doesn't affect you either because you're not looking for those things to define you. So whenever you're looking for those things to define you, right, that's when you're willing to switch up and go all different directions because you have no direction because you don't know who you are. You see what I'm saying? And you're looking and you're trying to find yourself through these situations, through the women, through the sex, through the relationship, through the money, through the gym, through YouTube, all this other shit, because you don't know who you are, so you're lost. You see what I'm saying? And so this is why we tell you guys it's important to understand who you are, because what's going to happen is that every moment where you don't understand who you are and what you're about, you're going to be suffering. You understand what I'm saying? So, and this is the crazy part. You know what's worse than suffering? What's worse than suffering is to be suffering and not know you're suffering. That's worse than just suffering, because it's almost even, it's worse because you don't even realize how bad it is. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't realize how bad it is, it's just going to get worse. And what's going to happen is that it's getting worse because you're not aware that it's bad, which means you can't do shit about it because you're not aware. Do you see what I'm saying? And then you just keep going through the cycle of doing the same bullshit over and over again. It's crazy.
That's true. Hey, man, you guys explained it very well. I'm going to the second donation. I appreciate y'all. Y'all take care.
All right, man. Appreciate you, man. Take it easy. All right, guys. Call in 919-647-9392, 919-647-9392.
Yeah, guys, call in so you can answer your questions. But let me see what some of these questions right here are saying. This says, but that first date is good to feel out if she is sane enough to or deserving of you, right? Or did I miss something? Yeah, you can go on a date for that. I'm not saying that you can't. What I'm saying is that you have guys who don't want to go on dates at all. And they will go on a date because they think they have to go on a date to get sex. So meaning there's a lot of guys who believe that it's impossible to just have sex with a woman. You understand? They think I got to go on a date. I got to spend time on the phone with her. I got to, do all this other extra shit, all these cartwheels and jumping jacks in order to get to sex. You see what I'm saying? And so the thing is, if you just want sex, you can just have sex if that's all you want. You don't have to do all the extra shit to get sex, because this is the thing. Just like you said, if you're going on the date, that's for you to feel the woman out. Now, you could have sex on that date, on that first date or whatever. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But what happens is if you're saying, I don't want to go on a date, but I'm going on the date because I want to have sex, then you fucking up. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's what it is, man.
And, and real quick, shout out to Brandon. He sent the extra donation.
Appreciate you. That's what's up. That's what's up. So this says, do you guys ever run into people who look down on your profession in real life? Oh yeah, of course. Of course. You know what I'm saying? That happens all the time. But remember, this is why you have to understand who you are, because if you get influenced into doubting yourself, then that means you're not strong in understanding who you are.
Right.
You know, because a lot of what always is funny to me, and this used to annoy me, but I kind of understand. Like I understand it, and I don't really get annoyed by it. But I've had situations in the past where, when a person doesn't understand what you do, but they know what you do, and then they look down on what they think you do. So what is this? What do you mean masculine stuff? Like, what are you talking about? That sounds like misogyny. Like, that's ridiculous. You guys are, you understand what I'm saying? Like, they're like, what do you mean? You should be courting a woman. You should be a gentleman. What are you talking? And they say that type of shit. You're like, this fucking idiot right here. And it's like, they really believe they know what the fuck they're talking about. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, I was on Clubhouse the other day. This shit was hilarious because these dudes said that, if you don't spend 2 or 3 hours on the phone with a girl, that means that she ain't the type of girl that you really like a girl that you're just trying to get to know. You should spend 2 to 3 hours. You guys should be falling asleep on the phone together. And I said, what? You see what I'm saying? And I said, yo, and this is what I said. I said, dude, ain't no man who's a leader, right, who got shit to do is going to be spending 2 or 3 hours on the phone with a random chick, right? And these dudes in the fucking Clubhouse was like laughing about it, like, oh, this Locario don't know what the fuck he talking about. What is he talking about? And all this other shit. So they thought what they was talking about was some real shit. But these dudes didn't realize that they was on some lame ass shit talking to a chick for 2 or 3 hours that they don't even know is interested in them. talking to a chick for 2 or 3 hours that they just met last Tuesday. Do you see what I'm saying? So a lot of you guys out there, you got to understand that there's going to be people who, you know, they're just not going to understand you, especially if you have game. They're not going to understand that shit. You understand?
Right.
You're not going to understand that shit. It was who has that kind of time? Exactly. That's what I'm like, listen, I told him, I said, I get paid to talk to people for an hour. You understand what I'm saying? What the fuck? I'm sitting there talking to a random chick for 2 hours about what? And then they were
what?
You gotta see if you have things in common. I'm like, nigga, what? But this is what I'm saying. This is what happens when you understand the game and others don't. It's just night and day. You understand? It's like bless their hearts. It's okay.
Bless their heart.
Because those are the same guys who are going to be bitching and moaning about Western women and black women, this and this and this. Those are the same dudes. So you got to understand. It's like, it's hilarious. Hilarious. You feel what I'm saying? But let me see what other joint we have here.
Guys, call in 919-647-9392. 919-647-9392. Go ahead and call in, guys.
So I said I've been in a dry spell since 2 years now. I'm over women at this point, but how to keep positive mindset without getting sex. You got to call in. Try to. You definitely got to call in. Bruh. Stop it.
You see how you making sex more important than your mindset?
Right. Stop the nonsense. So you said you've been in dry spell 2 years, and you said now you're not over women, caller. You're making women the most important thing because what happens is that you have felt as if the fact that you're not having sex, you've made it to where you're like, you know what, I'm over, like I'm done with this. This is just so much that I'm gonna be done with it. So if you're making it a big deal, that means that you've made the shit bigger than it needs to be. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's not like you're just saying, oh yeah. So what actually happened is I haven't had sex in 2 years and this is just what it is. You're saying you're over women based on the fact you haven't had sex in 2 years, which means that you're coping. You see what I'm saying? Because the saying you're over women is the cope. Because in order to cope with the situation, you need to tell yourself you're over women. Because if you're over women, then that'll make sense. Well, listen, I'm over women, so it shouldn't, it shouldn't be a big deal that I shouldn't feel so angry about this. Because if I'm over women, then logically it shouldn't make me feel anyway. Because fuck those hoes. Do you see what I'm saying? So that's the thing you're getting at. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is this, Try D, right? Is that because you're saying how do you keep a positive mindset without getting sex, right? What happens is that you've connected being positive to having sex. You have to be very careful about this shit. You have to be very careful. I'm telling y'all, again, I understand that it's tricky because you've been conditioned to think a certain way. You think in order for me to be happy, I have to have this. If I don't have this, I can't be happy. In order for me to be positive, I need to have this. If I don't have this, I can't be positive.
Right. Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to be very careful about how you word things. Because remember, the way you say things is important because you're telling your subconscious mind certain things. And you gotta understand that, hey, listen, see, what happens is that the negative mindset is what's keeping you in the situation you're in now. Because this whole, I'm over women now because I had the 2 year dry spell, right, is the thing that's keeping you in the negative mindset. So what happens is that take out the whole thing of like the women and the sex and all that other stuff, right? And this is why we go back to being grateful. Because a lot of times what happens is that, see, think about it this way, right? Imagine being grateful is, we'll get back to that in a second.
All right. So we got 609-609. You were on live with Lakari and Miles. Name, age, city. Where did you send your support for the show?
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Rudy, and send it to Lucario Cash App.
Got you. Appreciate it. So what's going on?
Chilling, man. Chilling, man. Just out here doing my thing. Shout out to y'all for this topic and this conversation. So anyway, today my question is how to what's the one thing to remember, or how to get better at when you're having a conversation with a girl, transitioning on the topic of what y'all having to making it sexual and stuff. Because I've gotten a little better at it, or knowing how to do that. Like for example, Miles, you made this one video on the mouthpiece. I don't know if you remember. And it was a situation where you gave an example of a girl mentioning strawberries and shit. And then you say, oh, you look like you want to be naked on the bed feeding me strawberries and shit. Shit like that. So my question is, how do I get better at that?
Okay, wait. Before we talk about it, how do you get better at anything, Rudy?
You keep practicing, and stuff.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
I guess what I really was asking is, what's the one thing to remember in doing that? I guess that's what I really.
If you practice, you would know what's the one thing to remember.
Right. So
because it would continue to show itself.
Yeah. So what do you mean? What's the one thing to remember? What do you mean by that?
And getting good at transitioning from what y'all talking about and whatever topic y'all talking about and to making it sexual.
Okay, caller. How good are we at transitioning to answering? How good are we at using analogies to answer callers' questions? How good? Just be honest.
Great,
how good would you say we are?
Mm-hmm.
Great. I use the best analogies that make sense, that make the conversation.
Okay, so basically you're saying we're the best, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think? What do you think has made us this good?
Years and years of practice and stuff.
Okay.
Being in the game.
Okay. So how many women it's Friday. How many women did you talk to this week, Rudy?
This week?
Yeah.
This week I came at about 30 hoes this week.
About 30?
Fridays and Saturdays. Yeah. Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays is when I really increase the numbers, because throughout the week I be working a lot and stuff, so I can't really come at girls the way I want to. But last week I came at least 100. At least 100?
Mm-hmm.
Nigga, you're lying.
I did.
Nah, you're lying, bro. There's no way you could talk to 100 chicks a week and still be asking questions like this. It's impossible. Unless you're unconscious. Unless you're straight unconscious. Unless you just be going up to women talking about, duh, my name is Rudy and I wanna fuck. Unless you're totally unconscious, there's no way, bro. There's no way that you could talk to 100 women in 7 days and still be asking questions like this. It's impossible. You talking to 100 You're talking to 100 women in 7 days and you're not learning anything?
No, I am learning. That's what I'm saying. I've learned how to, gotten better at that through transitioning, through sex, through a lot of practice and stuff. I just wanted to know, a little bit more information on it. That's all.
So this is okay. This is basically what's happening too. I'm gonna tell you what's happening, because this happens a lot. And to guys like you who are actually out here doing it. So basically this is what's happening, right? So because you're consistent with what you do, right? What happens is that what satisfies you has become higher, a higher level of satisfaction you need. You understand what I'm saying? So what I mean by that is this, is that I understand the questions that you're asking, because since you're out there talking to women and interacting with women and making shit happen with women, right? The average guy would be like, oh, I went out there and I talked to 20 girls and I got this girl's number or whatever. And that was amazing because I never go out and talk to women and blah, blah, blah. But because you talk to women a lot and you're interacting with women a lot, your level of what you would be satisfied with is higher than the average guy. This is why you keep coming to ask more advanced questions and shit, right? But what I want you to do is, what I want you to understand is, right, is that that's a good thing, but also at the same time, right, you still need to, within your own experience, take some time to reflect on what you're doing to see what's working for you so you can improve on that specific thing. Do you see what I'm saying? Because what happens is that it's almost like this. It's like a guy who's never had sex, him having sex is going to be amazing. A guy who has sex on a consistent basis is like, well, I have sex all the time, so now I'm focusing on, whose pussy feels better. Now that you're like, oh, this girl's pussy feels better, now I'm focused on who's actually way more intelligent or interesting to be around. You see how the levels keep going up? You see what I'm saying? So this is what's happening with you right now, is that you've been in a situation where you've been talking to women so fucking much, right? That you're trying to get into more even intricate levels of the game to get more understanding, which is good. But what I'm telling you is that you don't want to get stuck in that place, because what's going to happen is that you're going to be like, yo, Lakari, I'm talking to these girls and I'm doing this. And, I had this girl come over to the crib and we had sex and it was cool. But now I'm trying to figure out, how do I get like 10 girls at once to come to my crib in the same day? Because you see what I'm saying? Like, then you get so fucking far out that you're never satisfied with nothing. Do you see what I'm saying?
Rudy, so out of the 100 girls that you hollered at last week, give us some results. The alleged 100 girls. The alleged 100 girls that you hollered at last week. Give us any results. Would you holler, any date set up, any smash session set up? Like, what's going on?
I ain't smashed none of them, I'm gonna be honest. But it's like I went on a few dates and stuff, and I had a few shit set up with bitches, and they ended up flaking and stuff. And I went, like I said, I went on like probably like 4 dates last week and stuff, and it all didn't go nowhere, but I still enjoyed it though. And what I would say this, like, me talking to those 100 girls last week, as Lucario said, like, I learned a lot, like, and I actually did one time and reflect on anything. And the reason why I asked the question about transitioning to sex is because for the longest time, it was like, that's the most difficult thing for me to do. And like, because I came at so many girls last week, because I've never came at 100 girls before in a week, I've gotten better at that. And that's why I called into the show today, to see if I could get a little bit more information on that, because that was always the hardest thing for me.
Okay, so basically what you're saying is that, so you couldn't approach them, you ain't got no problem approaching, you ain't got no problem talking, you ain't got no problem flirting, whatever, but you're having a problem like actually getting more of the situations to sex. So let me ask you, wait, how old are you again?
23.
23, okay. And when's the first time you had sex?
I ain't gonna lie, the first time I had sex was when I was 21, and because before that I hooked up with girls, got my dick sucked and all that, but I never actually, fucked the bitch until I was 21. And okay, to be honest,
so from 21 to now, how many girls have you like hooked up with?
About 20.
Okay, and there you go. So in 2 years, you smashed like 20 chicks. You understand what I'm saying? So that's more than the average guy does in his entire life that you did in 2 years. You see what I'm saying? So the reason why I'm pointing that out is because I want you to, even though you're still trying to learn certain things, the thing you're trying to learn, you've already done. Do you understand? But because you've done it multiple times and so much, you're forgetting that you've done the thing that you say you're trying to learn to do. Now, can you do certain things better and improve? Absolutely. Can you do things more efficient? Absolutely. But the fact is that you've already transitioned to sex 20 times. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that sometimes what happens is that, see, what was that shit in Batman? I think Bane said it to Batman. He said, your victory has defeated you. Do you understand what I'm saying? So what that means is that you've been getting victories for so long that you forgot that you were winning. And so now what happens is that you're in a space where you're like, man, how do I do this thing? But the thing you're asking to do, you know how to do it. Now, again, you can fine tune it and get a little bit better and get more precise and all that other stuff, but you still have to acknowledge that you can do it, because what happens is that when you forget that you can do it, you seep into subconsciously thinking that you can't, and you're setting yourself back. Do you see what I'm saying? So you want to stay on that energy of I can do it because I know I can do it. I have evidence that I can do it, and I can continue to do it again. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that the transition that you're asking for, you already know how to do it. What I'm saying to you is that you can fine tune it and you can get more precise, but you still know how to do this shit. So what I would say to you is that while you're talking to these women, right, think about what you did the other 20 times. And then say to yourself, okay, let me replicate that, but also make it tighter so that I can make more things happen. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because that's all it was. Because to be honest, like most of the girls I fucked was through like, you know, telling them straight up, yo, let's meet up and let's fuck, yo, let's hang out, yo, let's do this. But it's like for the most part, I've never like, you know, for the most part, fucked a bitch after having like a conversation with her and shit like that, and learning how to flirt correctly and build sexual tension correctly. Most of the times it's just been I meet a girl on the street, be like, yo, what you doing later tonight? All right, let's meet up and hook up. All right, let's meet up and hang out or meet up and shit like that.
See,
so I just wanted to get better in that.
This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. You're suffering from success, brother. Chill. You're good. You see, this is what I'm saying. You see, basically what you're saying is this. You're saying I approached the girl, had a conversation with her, and we had sex. Then you're saying, oh, I approached the girl and I said hi, and she came back and sucked my dick and we had sex. Now you're like, Lucario, how can I get a girl to like just come to my house with me looking at her in the eyes and mind fucking her and then get like you're going too far, brother. Chill. You're okay.
Rudy. Tell us honestly what success with women looks like for you.
Success. Well, now I switched my mindset up. So success to me, the success is in the conversation. Like, you know, if I have a good conversation and I might learn something, have a new experience and stuff. And if I just end up fucking her, then that's just extra.
So what are you really trying to figure out, Rudy?
Just to the transitioning from, you know, regular talk to, you know, sexual talk way better. That's all.
Lucario said it. Lucario said it right. You're doing just fine. You're just one of those. You're just one of these overthinking, never satisfied motherfuckers.
He's just suffering from success. He's like, damn, I got her in 10 minutes. Now I got to get her in 3 minutes. Now I got to get her in 1 minute. Matter of fact, I got to get her before she even know who I am. She has to like telepathically come to my house as soon as I open the door. Bro, it's relax. I get, and the reason why I'm telling you this, because I am the same way. Exactly. Rashad knows what we talking about. He said, I'm the same way. When your game gets tighter, you mentally, in some form or fashion, end up wanting to challenge yourself. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the stage you're in now. What I'm saying, though, is that sometimes you have to step back and relax. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you got to step back and relax, because this is the other right. This is the other thing you don't want to get into, and this is a whole nother topic. This could be a whole nother show, and it's even deeper than this. What happens is that, and shout out to my dude Jace, the pickup scientist, because he was talking about this on one of his lives. I was like, I totally agree with this shit, because a lot of people think that you know, the world is like separated and linear, right? But everything is interconnected with everything else. So a lot of times what happens is that you can sometimes go too far to where it's almost like you go to this level where you sort of turn it into something that it doesn't need to be. So for example, why do you think you hear a lot of rappers or even actors or whatever, you know, get into weird ass crazy sexual situations? You know why? Because sex at some point has gotten so easy for them that they're like, my level, my palate is used to this. So now I need a little something else. So then you get a little something else. Then I get used to that, and I need a little something. Like you need more to get high. Do you see what I'm saying? Wow. And then
are you saying that overthinking can lead to homosexuality? Is that what you're saying?
See, I didn't want to go that far. I'm just
no. Stop. Because I talk to you overthinking ass niggas all the time. Overthinking can lead to homosexuality. Y'all niggas better calm the fuck down. A lot of y'all overthinking ass niggas, calm the fuck down and enjoy life. Because sooner or later you gonna be in your brain so much you're gonna be somewhere with a dick in your mouth. You're gonna be like, but wait a second.
Like, how did I get here?
How did I get here? I was just trying to learn how to holler at bitches. Why the fuck? Why do I have this nigga's nuts in my mouth? Because y'all overthinking ass niggas, y'all can't be.
Yes.
Y'all overthinking ass niggas is never satisfied with shit. Like, yo, life is here for you to enjoy. Pussy is here for you to enjoy. Go out and get it, enjoy it, and shut the fuck up. Stop overthinking it.
Yo, I'm telling you, you got to have balance out here in this game. That's so called. That's what we're saying, Rudy. Like, enjoy what you have, continue to do what you do, but you got to chill like I'm telling you, you have to give yourself some time to fall back. You understand what I'm saying? You got it, Miles. You remember that? I remember this like it was yesterday. Remember that it was around. I think he was living in Florida at the time, where you was back to back fucking with mad bitches. You remember? It was almost like you was being greedy. You was like,
bro, I had to slow it the fuck down, bro. I was like, nah, this is too much. This is too much, bro. I had dates and callbacks and yo, I had chicks I had to get back. Yo, it was too much, bro. It was too much. Like nigga like me, I'm telling y'all, I be chilling, bro. I be chilling. My body count is mediocre compared to most niggas, and that's for a reason. Because I know who I am. I be chilling. I don't need that much. You understand? I enjoy the little things in life. I don't need that much. I'm an easily satisfied nigga. You get what I'm saying?
So you gotta pay yourself.
You gotta pace yourself, bro. You gotta pace yourself. Because a lot of let me tell you one thing I know about overthinkers. You know those people when you're having a conversation with them and they ask you a question, and before you could finish the answer to the question, they're asking you another question?
Right.
It's those niggas. It's those niggas. Because it's like they're so hungry for knowledge, they don't even listen to the shit you're saying right now.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And again, that type of shit is not good for you, bro. It's not good for you. It's kind of like think about if you were eating and before you could chew and swallow, you put another spoon of food into your mouth.
Right.
You gotta slow down, bro. Calm down and enjoy some of this. You're not enjoying any of it. That's why you got so many questions.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You got to step back and be like, oh, the thing I'm asking, I know what to do. And I can just fine tune this to make it go in this direction, but you got to still chill, because the thing is, guys, see, think about it this way. Like, I live in New York, right? And I remember I used to sell CDs out in Times Square, right? So because I was in Times Square every day, right? When I would go out to Times Square, I didn't even see the lights. I didn't see the fucking big lights because I've been there every fucking day. I'm so used to it that I can't even see it no more. You understand what I'm saying? And then when I take a step back and I haven't been there for a few months and I go back to Times Square, I'm like, yo, this shit crazy, bro. Right? Bro, there's times where I won't jerk off because I know that I gotta fuck later. Do you understand what I'm saying? You see what I mean? You gotta pace yourself. That's what we're trying to tell you. So that's what we're saying, Rudy. You gotta understand that shit, man.
No, I definitely see what y'all saying, because Miles is right. I do be like overthinking a little bit, always putting pressure on myself, like, oh, gotta step my game up, gotta get better. Yeah, I did this, but I could do better. Right. Instead of just stepping back and just being grateful for the shit that I could do.
Exactly. And you already know that you could do it. So don't become all compulsive and fucking, like out of control. Cause that's almost a thing of being out of control, meaning that you are like your habits has taken over you. You see what I'm saying? So you don't want to get into that type of situation, and you got to be very aware that. And I'm telling you all this because all of this shit is the shit that I've experienced, where my fucking habits have taken over, and I had to stop and say, "Yo, why the fuck am I compelled to need to feel to have to do it? Let me just chill. Let me take control over this shit. I don't want my habits to control me. I control the habit. You understand what I'm saying? Not the other way around. And a lot of times what happens is if you let it go too far, it'll be the other way around. And then your habits will take you to somewhere where you don't even want to go. Trust me. You see what I'm saying? So don't go down that path. You feel what I'm saying? Don't do it.
I appreciate the call, though. This was a good lesson right here. Appreciate both of y'all, man.
All right, Rudy. Appreciate it, brother. Thanks for your call. Thanks for your supporting the show. All right, bro?
All right, bro.
All right, peace. All right, so we got 402. You're on Live with Lakari Miles. Name, age, city. Where did you send your support for the show?
I sent $5 to Miles in the game.
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me just double check that, man. All right, hold on. All right.
This is True Prodigy.
Okay. All right. What's the first letter of your name?
T.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it, bro.
What's your Cash App name?
Yeah, your real name. If you don't want to give me the full name
on the Cash App.
Huh?
E.
Oh, okay. I got you then.
All right.
I got you then.
What's good?
There's a 1 in 26 chance that he's lying.
Okay. So yeah, I actually agree with the topic. You know, you can definitely get sex on dates. Well, sex without going on dates. But I want to ask a question that's not related to the topic.
Yeah, that's cool. Go ahead.
Okay, so I want to ask you guys: can you use game to? Can you like apply game to red pill?
What?
What do you mean? Give us an example.
An example. Okay. Now, game is using a strategy to get what you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And red pill, not the I don't want to curse too much, not the things that, you know, the guys in the manosphere say, like monkey branching, hypergamy, female nature, none of that. The core definition of what red pill is literally just finding out what the truth is, right? So in that context, okay. So in that context, can you use game to apply a strategy to learn what the truth is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah. The thing is, you have to understand that. So truth is subjective, right? So for example, if I go to my refrigerator and I have some cookies at the top of the refrigerator, my truth is I just walk over to the refrigerator, put my hand up, grab the cookies. My younger nephew is, you know, he's only like 3 feet. So his truth is he has to pull a chair to the refrigerator, hop on the chair, and then reach over to get the cookies. You see what I'm saying? So we both are getting cookies, but two different truths, right? So the truth is subjective. So what happens is that for a lot of guys who are red pill, right, their truth is, in a lot of cases, is that, for example, a woman's going to, you know, be hypergamous and monkey branch and treat them like shit and all that other stuff, right? So what happens is that if they had game, then their truth would be different dealing with women. You see what I'm saying? So what happens is that their experience isn't everyone's experience. Their experience is their experience because they have no game. If they had game, their experience would be different. So the truth that they're learning is good because it's showing, and this is what I say, it's good if they understand they're the problem. If they don't understand they're the problem, then it don't even really fucking matter. You see what I'm saying? Because then it's going to blame women. You feel what I'm saying? So what happens is that if a guy has game, right, women are going to treat him a different way than if he doesn't have game. So a lot of times the truth of that red pillars are receiving or experiencing or getting to know is the truth that is directly correlated to their subjective experience of being a man who has no game. Does that make sense?
I disagree with some of that. So I think that the truth, like you can't debate the truth. The truth is a fact.
No. Facts is facts. Truth is something different, bro.
Right. That's what I'm trying to get him to understand.
What I mean when I say the truth, like the truth is.
Are you talking about? You talking about? Okay, so you're trying to talk about objective truth.
That objective truth is a fact. That's what we're trying to tell you.
It's a fact, bro. You see, again, perspectives is a hell of a thing, right? So that's why you can't you can't come over here trying to unite red pill and fucking and game, bro. You just can't do it. You've been trying to do this for the last 2-3 years, bro. I know your voice. I know who this is, bro. And I appreciate you for supporting the show and calling in. But you can't do it, bro. You can't do it because if you can't give an argument hearing both sides of the coin, then there's something missing out of your argument. You understand?
Well, I'm not necessarily trying to unite the two. You know what I mean? I just wanted to answer. You know, I just want clarity. You feel me?
Yo, Lucario gave you some good clarity, bro.
Yeah, because all I'm saying to you, caller, is that remember, truth.
I don't want to tear y'all brand down, so I'm not even trying to. Really
You can't bring nobody's brand down over here, bro. You can't. It's impossible.
Because I'm trying to explain it to you. See, this is what I'm trying to explain to you. So right, what I'm holding in my hand is a phone, right? A person we would say this is a fact that this is a phone, which is also means this is a truth that this is a phone, right? But the reason why it's a fact is because we all collectively agree to call this a phone. Do you understand what I'm saying? So that's a fact that this is a phone, right? Now, what happens is that if I was to use my phone, right, and it didn't work, I could say, well, the truth is this phone does not work. Do you understand what I'm saying? Whereas Miles's phone, his truth could be, the truth is his phone works. Or I could lend him my phone, he fixes it, and he says, well, your phone is working. Now, the truth is my phone is working when he fucked with it. You understand what I'm saying? So we're trying to tell you that truth is subjective. You think truth is objective, which is not true. That's not how it works. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand.
I think the truth is like things that are like generally true. Like if I say it's true that every house has walls, you know what I mean? Or
that's a fact.
It's true that the sun comes up every like morning, you know what I mean? Like that's the truth.
Right, that's a fact. Yes, it's true, but that's a fact. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Objective truth equals fact. That's what I'm trying to say. Does that make sense?
I mean, if it's okay, so it's the truth and it's a lie. It's those two extremes. Just like there's facts, you know, and there's things that are false and there's things that are facts. So it's like the same thing. I think those are two synonyms pretty much. Those words, it's like semantics. We're saying the same thing.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. So let me ask you a question. Is it true that a woman is going to leave you for a guy with more money?
You said it true that, hello, say it again.
So is it true that a woman is going to leave you for a guy with more money?
No, that's not true.
Okay, but that's what the red pill will say. That's what I'm saying. They'll say that that's the truth.
But no, wait a minute. See, you got to remember what I said though. I said my definition of what the red pill is. The core definition is just finding out what the truth is. My definition of the red pill don't align with that.
What is
not on that monkey branching and all of their talking points? Like that's not.
So caller. So this is the question I'm asking you. Hold on, this is the question I'm asking you. So what is the truth that the red pill teaches you?
I don't really tune into red pill content, so I can't really tell you.
What?
Hold on, why are we talking about red pill at all then, homie? Why are we doing this?
Look, I just want to pick your brain. You feel me? Just wanted to see,
look,
you know.
Man, look, the game is the game is the game. The game is not even a fucking brand. You sat there and called it. I don't want to mess with y'all brand. You think the game is a brand, nigga? You think the game is a brand? You think this is a marketing ploy? You think we come over here and we talk? Yo, the knowledge that we kick to y'all niggas is shit that Confucius been saying for fucking eons and centuries, nigga. What are you talking about?
Right.
You niggas have no respect for the shit we kick, bro, because you have no fucking idea.
If I didn't have respect, bro, I wouldn't be calling in or trying to
if you did have respect, you would not be trying to compare what we talk about to some fucking red pill shit, nigga. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. You would not be over here calling what we talk about a brand. Nigga, I tell niggas to be grateful. I tell niggas to believe in their identity. Where's the branding in that?
Look, if you don't think it's a brand, it's fine, bro. It's whatever, bro. You can just disregard what I said, man. I just wanted to call in just to pick your brain, bro. That was pretty much it, man.
All right, man. Well, we appreciate you calling in, fam. So,
Thanks for supporting the show, bro. We appreciate you, man. Thank you.
All
right. So we got 732. You are on live with Lakari and Miles. Name, age, city, and where did you send your support for the show?
Yo, this is Leak. I donated on Cash App from.
All right, got you. Appreciate you, fam. Appreciate you, man. What's going on?
Yeah, so to the topic, I'm not saying this always happens, but the way I look at a date is like it's basically like display your attractiveness to the woman, so you would get sex possibly. Am I looking at that wrong?
You said, wait, a date is what?
So you could show like your attractiveness to the women, like how attractive you are as a man.
No, no. The date is for you to assess the woman to see if she's worth being in your presence for any time longer. You see what I'm saying? That's the point of the date.
Okay. Gotcha.
You see, notice. I want you to notice the basic idea of what you said and the basic idea of what Mr. Lucario said. The basic idea of what you said was you proving yourself to the bitch.
Right.
When the basic idea of what Lucario said was the bitch proving herself to him.
Right.
You see how you're always focused on the bitch, Leak? You see how you're always pedestalizing the female, Leak? You see, Bleak, were you raised by a single mother?
No, bro.
Who raised you?
My mom and my father.
Where is he?
What do you mean, where is he?
Where is he? Do you guys have a relationship and all that type of shit?
Yeah, I mean, he worked a lot when I was growing up, so I was around my mother a lot.
Interesting. So your dad did your dad discipline you? Did your dad sit and have philosophical talks with you about life or anything like that?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. So even though your pops was there, he didn't really give you no game. That's what I'm saying. When I'm saying what I'm saying. You pedestalize the female because that's what's been in your face your whole fucking life, bro. Leak, I've been talking with you, and again, please don't take no offense to this, but I've been talking with you for about 2.5, 3 years now, if I'm not mistaken. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And it's like your mind has been in the same fucking place, always below a female on a pedestal. You put the female on a pedestal, you come and you ask the same fucking question every time, basically. You literally ask, how do I prove myself to a bitch? How do I justify myself to a bitch? How do I get validation from a bitch? That is literally the same question you ask every time. And we've been going through this for years. Some of y'all niggas is really knuckleheaded, like really hard-headed. You understand? Like let me ask you a question. Do you ever like growing up when you did you like try to be a good boy to make your mom proud or happy? Or did you get good grades to make your mom proud? Or how did that work?
I mean, it wasn't like, I guess.
Yeah,
I was doing that just to do it. That's how I was raised.
All right, let me ask you a question. If you had an important test, right, and you said, "Man, I hope I get good. I hope I do good on this test." Was it to impress you? Was it because you was afraid of disappointing your mom or disappointing your dad?
Disappointing both of them.
Disappointing both of them. But who would you hear it from? Who would you hear it from most loudly? Like who would yell at you? Who would punish you or whatever if you came home with a bad grade?
Yeah, my mom, because I was around there more.
Okay, gotcha.
So Leak, the date is really for you to assess the woman. Just like when a company has job interviews, they tell the people to come through so they could assess the people who they would potentially hire. So when you're dealing with a woman on a date, is this a woman who I would potentially interact with after today? Do you see what I'm saying? And if she's not, then she's not. If she is, then she is. But that's the point of the date, to see if there could be anything further from this point on. You see what I'm saying?
Right. But when you say assess, are you talking about when she like responds to your flirting and things like that? Because that's what I'm thinking about. Like, I don't really find like a bunch of red flags unless she didn't kiss me or anything like that.
Yeah. So it's assessing if she's following your program, if you like the way that she's responding to you. Does she know how to take direction well? Is there sexual chemistry there? Is she coachable? Shit like that. So you're assessing all of these things, because remember, see, if you're on a date, right, what happens is you're essentially saying, right, that there's potential for this to be more than just sexual. You understand? So if it's potential for it to be more than just sexual, then that means that we're talking about non-sexual things or non-sexual attention, right? So if we're talking about non-sexual attention, I need to assess to see if this woman is worth dealing with non-sexually. Does that make sense?
Right.
Right. So that's the point of the day. At some point, you may end up dealing with this woman non-sexually, and does she have the characteristics and traits, and does she have the know-how to actually deal with to be with you non-sexually? You see what I'm saying?
I mean, okay. I'm trying to get it, but I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
All right, Leak, you are the most important thing, brother. Believe that. Put yourself on the pedestal. Focus on yourself, please. All right?
Appreciate it.
All right, man. Take it easy, bro.
All right, thanks.
All right, man. 916, you're on live with Lakari Miles. Name 8 City. Where did you send your support for the show?
Edward Concord 33, sent it to Mr. Lucario.
All right.
All right, got you. Appreciate it. So what's going on, man?
What's your question there, buddy?
Yeah, so I've been watching you guys for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't dated much. I've been in one relationship, and that was about 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been trying to get into the scene, so to say, right? I contracted a matchmaking service, and I've been on a lot of dates. I feel like it's giving me a good exposure.
Okay.
I don't mind.
All right, what's the question?
My question is, there's some women that I meet or I see, and I just get like really nervous. Like I was gonna FaceTime this chick, and my mouth literally like went dry, and I was just thinking like, damn, this is bad. I need to ask Mr. Lucario, like, he just tell me something about myself, and like,
what made you nervous?
I like the way that she looked. Like she fits my type, and also reading her profile, I was like, oh, this is a chick I can fuck with. Like,
so wait, how old are you? How old are you?
33.
33. Okay. And how many women have you been with sexually in your life? Be honest.
One.
Okay. So are you in a situation where you want, like, are you trying to just hook up with girls, or you want to have like a relationship and all that type of stuff?
Yeah, I've always wanted to have a family, but when I've been on enough dates so far that I realized that I don't need to make that my primary concern when I'm dealing with a chick. So right now I'm just trying to get as many chicks as I can to have sex with, really, and then vet them after that. But there's some chicks where
okay, so at this point you're just trying to like hook up and go in that direction and not do anything serious at this point.
Right.
Okay. Now I got some good news and I got some bad news for you. Okay. Which one do you want first?
Let's do the bad news first.
Okay. The bad news is that you can't. What I mean is you can't have a roster. You can't just hook up with girls. And the reason why I'm saying you can't is because right now, the way your mindset is that even if you wanted to, let's say you met that same girl you got nervous about, let's say y'all went out on a date, you would want to wife her up immediately. You understand? Because you're too concerned with how hot a girl is, and you're enamored with women at this point. So you can't be a guy who wants to hook up and be on some player stuff, or just have a string of casual situations, cannot be the same guy whose mouth waters and gets dry when they see a hot girl. It's impossible.
No, his mouth doesn't water then gets dry. Oh my God.
Yeah, right. So that's what I'm saying. So right now you're not there yet. Now the good news is you could get there. You know what I'm saying? You could get there if you want, but you definitely would need some coaching, because what happens is that one or two things is going to happen. Your not going to be able to attract those women you want. Or if you do attract a woman, you're going to be so enamored with her that you're going to try to basically get into a whole relationship with this woman. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing, but if you are honestly wanting to hook up and just have some fun and all of that, right now your mindset isn't ready right now to do that. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you're just gonna fall back into relationship mode. Do you see what I'm saying?
Ready.
Does that make sense, caller?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Right.
Yeah, can I ask you one follow-up?
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's not that she's bad or she's hot or anything like that. It's like what I know about her life.
What?
What about her life?
That I'm into, like that's really when it happens. Like there's this one chick I was talking to her for like 3 weeks, and it really wasn't until like the second week that I was catching feelings, and then this shit happened all over again.
So wait. So you said it's something about what you know about. What did you know about her? What do you mean?
Yeah, like the more I find out about their life, and I'm like, oh, like that's some shit that like I like, you know, like what they do or just like how they present themselves, if that makes sense. Like,
right. So you're saying okay. So you're saying that you started catching feelings the more you know about them.
Right.
Right. Okay. And that's what I'm talking about. See, that's the thing right there where okay, let me ask you this question. Maybe we got to go from this route. Why do you want a whole roster and to be hooking up with a bunch of girls? Why do you want it? Why do you want that?
Because when I was catching feelings for the chick I was telling you about, I was thinking the whole time, like, fuck, I really wish I had another date or like another chick that I could spend time with so that I'm not thinking about this one.
Oh, so basically you're trying to distract yourself from your feelings and shit.
Yeah, like, you know, if I only got one egg in the basket, you know, like I'm not trying to shake the basket, I'm not trying to fucking move or anything, but if I got a whole bunch of them in there, it's like I don't care if one falls out or gets back. You know?
See that's not gonna work. This is what I'm trying to tell you. See, you can't try to get a roster to distract yourself from the hot chick you really want. That's not how it works. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that if you said, hey, I want a roster because I'm just, you know, I just want to fuck a bunch of hot chicks because I'm, you know, I have sexual desires that I want fulfilled, and these women out here look so good and I want to stick my dick in them, that makes more sense than you trying to get it to mask something else. That's not going to work. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that your mindset, so basically what you're doing is that you're saying, I want this to avoid this, instead of saying, I want this just because I want this for these reasons that are going to benefit me. That's two different things. You see what I'm saying? So the thing that I would suggest that's going to help you is you need to be able to just talk to women and deal with and interact with women without, you know, like being so thirsty and catching feelings so quick just off the fact that you're attracted to a woman. You understand? So you need to be able to enjoy women on a non-needy, non-clingy basis. And that's going to help you out way more than trying to just distract yourself with hooking up with girls. Again, I'm not saying you can't hook up with girls. If you meet a girl and she's attractive, y'all hit it off, everything is cool, and y'all want to hook up, cool. But what I'm saying is that don't try to hook up with women to distract yourself from trying to not think about this hot girl. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Right, but the thing is, I'm telling you now, like you like for real need coaching. Like this is not even just me saying, because we tell niggas they need, but you need it, bro. This is what I'm trying to say, because you're gonna fall into the same pattern. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I recognize that. That's why I wanted to ask the question, and
right.
I definitely agree into the coaching session.
So hit up myself, hit up Miles, you know what I'm saying, and you know what I'm saying, so we can help you out, because you know what I'm saying, you gotta really get you your whole mindset needs to be on a whole different wavelength than where it's at now. Because I'm like, you talking about you catching feelings, knowing shit about a chick is like in 2 weeks. That's crazy. That's a little too much, bro. You know what I'm saying?
It was crazy, man. Like,
caller,
she was texting me, and I was like, "Oh, she's into me." Yeah,
caller. Let me ask you, man. How old are you again?
33.
33. So how important is having a woman to you?
It's extremely important.
It's extremely important.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. So, all right. Let me ask you something about yourself. So, what kind of work do you do?
I'm a software engineer.
You're a software engineer. Is this your dream job?
It's close to my dream salary, but no, it's not my dream job.
Oh. So
I'm just doing it for money.
you're just doing it for money. Oh. Are you? So, what is your dream job?
I don't have a dream job, Miles.
You don't have a dream job. It's so having a woman is extremely important, but doing what you love to do is like, eh. So, Cola, do
I
you
bet
see how?
he has a dream woman. I bet you that.
Yeah, you probably have a. Hey, tell me what. Describe your dream woman to me, then.
Well, it's extremely important because I want to have a family, and I'm like that's
No,
like
no,
one of
I
my
didn't
life
ask you all that, bro.
goals.
I didn't ask you all
So,
that, brother. I asked you to describe your
well, I mean,
dream
you asked
woman.
why it was important.
I asked you to describe your dream
My dream
woman.
woman would be, yeah, I got you. My dream woman would be someone who's like good with children and like wants to have at least three.
How does she look though?
And I can
Describe her. How does she look?
cute face, ass and titties.
If you had to
nothing
if you
crazy.
had to compare her to like a celebrity, then what which celebrity would she look like that we all know?
What's that one chick's name? American Ferrero, right? Like,
American
I
Ferrero.
like the ones that look like the girl next door.
Oh, America Ferrera. Okay, I think I know who you're talking about. Okay. Well, I just want to make it clear that that you that you prioritize women over yourself. I just want to make that clear to you.
Okay.
And do you think that does that make sense? Is that healthy to you? Do you agree? Do you I mean, do you like that fact? Like, do you like that you prioritize a woman over yourself?
I understand what you're saying. I mean, I watched your guys' show before. I think I'm one of those dudes who probably like switches up because once I am in a relationship with a chick and then I notice the things that I don't like, then I'm very firm with how I want things to be, and even with like just people, not even women. So I don't think I prioritize chicks over myself, but I understand what you're saying. In situations, I definitely do.
No, you definitely prioritize women over yourself because you're not even working on doing what you want to do for your life. I mean, I understand you're doing a job for money and we all need money to survive, but are you doing anything? Are you trying to figure out what makes you happy? Are you trying to live for yourself? Are you trying to figure these things out? No, you don't even know what your dream job would be. You're existing to exist. But when I ask you about a woman, oh my God, it's extremely important that I find a woman. You get what I'm saying? Like, I, I want. I'm not saying that it's not important to find a good woman in your life. But what I'm saying is, how do you think you're going to attract a woman that is truly compatible with you if you don't even know what your dream job is? Like, there's so much missing out of the knowledge base for yourself. You never took the time to figure out what your dream job is, so you could at least pursue it. And guess what? Pursuing it and actually acquiring your dream job might put you in a certain space of confidence and comfortability with who you are so you can attract the right woman. You ever thought about that?
Yeah, I thought about that.
Cuz think about it this way. Think about it this way. Why the fuck, right? Why the fuck would a woman want to be with a man who hates a third of his day? Pretty much a third of his life. Because you basically go to, I'm assuming you have a regular job, right? So you work from 9 to 5, you work like an 8-hour shift, right?
No.
No? How do you work? Like, what's your work hours?
I'm salary, so sometimes I literally like get out of bed and then get on my laptop, and then at the end of the day, I get off my laptop.
How long is that, sir?
Work out and go. Sometimes I work like 12 hours.
Okay. All right. So check this out. So check this out. You spend 12 hours doing something that you only do for money, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's not your dream job. So that means in a lot of ways, you're not really happy about what you do for 12 hours 24 hours in a day, and you do something for 12 hours that you're not really that happy about. You just do it for money, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, can you see yourself living like being happy, continuing to be a software, whatever you were, for 12 hours for the next 20, 30 years?
No, I've been working on, I want to be a manager, but it's not my dream job. So I'm working towards that, as being a manager, and I'm really close.
But it's still not your dream job. That's what I'm saying. It's still not your dream job. You're doing something. You do it. Okay, but bottom line is this: does what you do actually make you? I know the money might be good, but does what you do actually make you happy?
The money makes me happy.
Okay, answer my question, sir.
Doing what you do,
fucking with software and all that shit. Does it actually make you happy? Like, does it bring you peace? Are you confident about it?
Yeah, I'm confident about it.
Okay, so it is your dream job.
I can continue doing this straight until I don't have a dream job.
This guy. So this is the thing. This is the thing, caller.
Well, let me explain. I think I'm just caught up on you saying dream job. So
right, because the thing is, caller, you have a dream woman, but you don't have a dream job.
Business, using these skills.
Caller. So what we're saying is that you have a dream woman, but you don't even have a dream job. Do you understand? So essentially, and this is the thing. The things that you're doing is the choice that you made to do that thing, right? And so what happens is that when you're interacting with a woman, right, you're choosing the woman that you want. So why choose the America Ferrera type chick? Why don't you just choose any chick like you chose a job?
Yeah, so that's why I was saying, like, that's why my focus now is just to find as many chicks that like me and that want to fuck with me, and then whittle it down from there, if that makes sense. Like,
right,
I'm not trying to my dream woman whenever I go out. Like, I'm just trying to find chicks that I can interact with and that want to, deal with me. That's kind of what my mission is at this point. Like, for a long time, it was.
This is the thing. This is the thing that I don't get. But this is the thing that I don't get. Okay, let me ask you a question. Can you tell me anything else in your life that you catch feelings for the same way you catch feelings for these chicks in 2 weeks?
Confrontation.
Huh?
I feel the same way when I get confrontational.
When you get confrontational, what do you mean?
He gets nervous when he's in confrontation.
I mean, it's the same feeling, like.
No. I'm not talking about nervous. I'm talking about you are excited to think about dealing with these women. What I'm asking you is that the same excitement you have towards these women, is there something in your life that you have a similar excitement for?
Oh, like I think about it and I feel
like you're thinking about it. You're like, oh, I can't wait to do this. I'm excited to meet. Like, do you have anything in your life that's like that?
Rarely. Like, if I want to go somewhere and do something that I like really want to do, then like I want to go right now. And if I don't go, then I see,
caller. This is the thing. The reason why I'm asking this. And see your hesitation or you thinking about it, that's the problem right there. Because what happens is the reason why you're so nervous when you're dealing with women is because women actually are the most important thing in your life. Does that make sense? So what happens is that you've put women on such a high pedestal that they're that important, which causes you to get nervous because you want it to work out because it's that important to you. Do you see what I'm saying? So the other things, you're like, it is what it is, whatever. Like, you actually have way more calm in your job than you do dealing with women. You're more chill and laid back with that aspect than the women. But the reason why is because you put women on such a high pedestal that you've made them the most important thing. So that's, and this is what I was saying before, was that it's going to be hard for you to just hook up with girls because you make women too important. Do you see what I'm saying? So fuck all that shit about you not having a dream job or whatever. How do we got to get you to the point where the same way where you're just kind of like, yeah, I'm just doing the job for money and it is what it is. You got to have that same energy and attitude towards women.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Okay, so that I see, and I'm like, yo, like, she'd be cool to just hang out with, but like, I'm not really crazy about them. She might look good, right? I don't feel anything about those chicks. So I should try to. You're saying I need to have that same feeling with the chicks that I do get nervous about.
With women, period. Meaning there should be no nervousness dealing with the woman, period. With any woman. Do you see what I'm saying? So what I'm saying to you is that right now you've had women on such a pedestal that this is why you're nervous around them. But this the funny part. What's going to make it hard for you to attract the women is that you are not as excited about your own life as you are about the women.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So that's the paradox right there. Do you see what I'm saying? Your excitement and desire for women is so strong that you're going to repel the women because you're making them the most important thing. And what makes a woman attracted to you is that you make you the most important thing, but you're not excited about nothing about your life. So why would the woman be excited about you? Caller?
Yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Right. And see, this is why you got to get some coaching, brother. So hit us up on the back end, man. You know what I'm saying? Hit us up. All right.
Okay. So I'm like those guys who just want a baddie, basically, is what you're saying, right?
Yeah, and you have no substance. That's what I'm saying. Like you're putting women on a pedestal, basically. And this is why you need some coaching, brother, because it's gonna be a wrap for you if you keep going down this route. You feel what I'm saying?
All right. Well, I'm gonna get on that ASAP then. I'll talk to you later.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for supporting the show. All right. We got 941. You're on live with Lucario and Miles. Name, age, city, and where did you send your support for the show?
Yes, sir. This is Kobe from last Friday. Just donated $30 to Lucario Cash App.
All right.
Appreciate you, man. So what's going on, man?
I don't really have any questions. I just wanted to call in again and show my appreciation to the game and thank you, Miles and Lucario, for everything that you do. So I just want to appreciate you guys. That's it.
That's just we appreciate you, man, for taking the game seriously so that you can actually experience the benefits of having game. You feel what I'm saying? So shout out to you. You know what I
mean? What's up? Appreciate you, brother. All right.
And thanks, Howard, for the advice on last Friday. I definitely checked those places out. They were really nice. So
yeah,
appreciate you for that. Thank you.
I appreciate it, man. And thanks for calling. Thanks for supporting the show. And I'm glad you was able to see those places and check them out.
Thank you, guys. You guys have a good weekend.
All right, peace, brother. All right, I'm gonna kill the lines. Let's do these questions, and then we can be out of here.
All right, cool. So where was we at with these questions? Hold on, we got a few of these joints. God damn. All right, so let me go back to this. This says, does wearing jewelry help your situation more when you're posting pictures with it or out in the street? I'm noticing the jewelry joints. Fred, what do you mean? Does it help your situation? What are you talking about? What's the situation that your jewelry is going to help with? That's what I would need to know. I don't understand what you mean by that. You know, if the jewelry can make your appearance look nice, but what type of situation you need help with? You gotta elaborate. I've noticed a lot of women in public start to make phone calls when I begin to approach them. How do you eliminate this problem? Oh my God. Why are you worried about the fact that the chick is making a phone call? Talk to another woman if she's on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Oh yes, he said he wrote that shit twice. Miles, when you say you sit directly next to your woman on a date instead of across,
Yes. All dates.
Right.
All dates. All dates. Every last one of them. Even after you in a relationship.
Mhm.
All dates sit next to your woman. Period. All dates. I be in restaurants rearranging they fucking furniture. Yeah, that's how it goes. All dates.
Crazy. So this says, Belicario, can't a date potentially influence a woman to be more attracted to you versus just telling her you want to smash? No, this is the thing. It's not about her being more or less attracted to you. Again, you're looking at it through the woman's eyes. Now, what a date can do a lot of times is that it can make a woman in her mind see potential for more than just sex. Because sometimes, let's say if you meet a girl or you match a girl on Tinder, you tell her come straight to your house, she comes straight to your house, y'all fuck, right? In those situations, sometimes because y'all just fucked that, without going on a date or whatever, she's just looking at it as maybe a one-time thing, y'all just sort of hooked up and all that other stuff. So, she'll probably, it could fizzle out because she's just looking at you as that good time for that night. But what happens is that, the date is not necessarily to try to influence the woman to be more attracted to you. Remember, the date is for you to assess the woman. You feel what I'm saying? You say you guys say not to give off thirsty energy, but approaching a woman and telling them you want sex is confusing me. No, thirsty energy is when you are chasing a woman. So if you tell a woman you want to have sex and she's like, I'm not really trying to do that, and then you keep like, yo, come on, I'm saying like I mean, you know what I mean? Like, let's do this. And she's like, nah, I'm not interested. I'm saying no, ma. Like, look, can we just be friends first? And then that's thirsty.
I'm saying no, ma.
like telling a chick what you want to do is not thirsty ever. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, guys, don't let women shame you just because you know what you want. That doesn't make you thirsty.
Right.
That doesn't make you thirsty. Now, okay, again with the analogies, you walk into you walk into McDonald's and you say, "Hey, can I get a Whopper?"
Mm-hmm.
Right? Not knowing that you're in the right place is still not. This still doesn't make you thirsty. You're not thirsty because you're in McDonald's asking for a Whopper. You know exactly what you want. You're just in the wrong place.
Right. Exactly.
But if you sat there in McDonald's like, yo, come on, yo, come on, just make me a Whopper, bro. Like now you're being stupid and desperate.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But if you go in there and be like, hey, I'm up in McDonald's, like, hey, can I get a Whopper? And they're like, yeah, we don't really make Whoppers. You're like, oh shit, my bad. I'm in the wrong place.
Exactly. I'm gonna go over here. Exactly.
Knowing what you want doesn't make you thirsty, and don't let any of these females, like a lot of these fucking chicks, love to be like, why are you so pressed? Why is sex the only thing you want? Because that's the only thing I want, bitch.
Exactly. Facts. Exactly.
Look, only wanting sex doesn't make you a bad person.
Mm-hmm.
Only wanting sex doesn't make you a bad person. Because truth be told, there's a lot of women out there that only want sex too.
Exactly.
There's a lot of women out there that only want sex too. It's just up to you to go out there and meet them. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
So don't let no woman shame you to be, oh, why are you so pressed? Why are you all desperate? Why that's the only thing you want to talk? Because that is the only thing I want to talk about.
Exactly.
And if that's not what you want to talk about, then we weren't meant to continue talking. You have a nice day. Take it easy. Do not let women shame you, bro.
Exactly. Real talk. It says, what if she ignores us? Then you move on. So what? You know what I'm saying? Can an analogy be, how do you expect a car to go 100 miles per hour without pressing the gas? I mean, well, yeah, to an extent. It says, being that you can't have loyalty without disloyalty or a good girl without bad girl, it's mainly the game of the individual to notice when it's time to dismiss them or admit them. Well, yeah, that's what we're saying. What we're saying is that you guys need to understand that all of it is connected. So to fear the no, or to fear that part of it, is ridiculous when that is part of the game. You see what I'm saying? But also, if you have game, you understand those things. So then when you're dealing with a woman and you know that she's not interested, because sometimes what will happen is that a woman may not outright say no, but she's saying no through her actions, that she's not trying to go in your direction. So that's when you charge it to the game, because you understand that if she was actually saying yes, that would mean cooperation. You see what I'm saying? You said, Lakari, I disagree. You could be doing everything you're supposed to do, and a woman can still play games with you. His name is Hold On Caller. Hilarious. No, this is the thing. How can the woman play games when you already have a way you do things?
Exactly.
So if I say, you know, I want to have sex at least by the second time I meet a woman, right? If by the second time I meet her and we don't have sex, I never talk to her again. So how could she play games when I already have a plan? You see what I'm saying? I'm following through with the plan. So the only way she could play games is if I continue to deal with her and then be like, oh man, I'm trying to fuck, but she doing it. No, I've already known what I'm trying to do, and I've acted on my plan. Exactly, because like I say, if you're dealing with a woman strictly on your terms, she can never play with you. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's a fact. So this says, what is I only get rejected every time? It must affect your self-esteem. To be honest, I'm ready to end it all. Nigga, stop. We ain't even addressing your ass. It says you say spending 2 hours on the phone, but could it be those guys working on their mouthpiece? No. You can work on your mouthpiece in person on the date. Stop that shit. The hell no.
Don't listen to this nigga. Spending 2 hours on the phone with a bitch is not working on your mouthpiece. Now, spending 2 hours talking to 100 bitches like Rudy,
right?
That's more inclined to work on mouth, because mouthpiece don't have nothing to do with long conversations.
Exactly.
Mouthpiece has to do with finding yourself in situations where you can respond verbally to get whatever message you're trying to get across.
Right.
You understand? And you do that by approaching different women and finding yourselves in different situations, so you can come up with, you know, quick verbal joints. But talking to one woman for 2 hours, no, that's not working on your mouthpiece. That's you simping and tricking off your time to a bitch. That's what that is.
Real talk. So what are your thoughts on the power of I am and how to utilize that phrase internally? Well, it's just about understanding who you are. You understand that you are it. You understand?
Man, that's literally what the whole masculine identity membership is about. Go join that shit for $1. You know, join the summer sale. Hold on, let me see. Oh no, that's not it. Yeah, get on the summer sale, guys. Get on the summer sale. Join the masculine identity membership for $1, man. Masculine identity membership for $1.
Real talk.
And shout out to Rita Simone, supporter of the movement of the show. She made this for me. So yeah, shout out to her real quick. And then make sure y'all go to masculineidentitymembership.com so you can join the Masculine Identity membership for just $1 for the first month, and you can check out all the stuff on there, man. And yeah, because the power of the I am is very important.
That's a fact. It says, I had a talk with Steve, and he said for me to get up and get out the house, which makes sense, but what can I practice with if there is no event where I live? Well, then you got to go somewhere where you don't live, where there's events happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys have to, right? You guys have to say, y'all have to. Part of the game is figuring those things out.
Exactly.
That's why Steve tells you how to have the puzzle pieces, because the puzzle pieces for you to figure it out. That's part of the game.
And you don't really need an event.
Right.
What you just need to get up and go out and socialize.
Mm-hmm.
People go to bars every day. People go to a bar every day to get drinks or to just talk after work, happy hour, all that type of shit. Why does it need to be an event? What are you talking about, Eugene? Yeah, y'all niggas just be coming up with reasons not to. That's all.
Right. Exactly. What if I get with Transformers because they're easy to get with and women are not attracted to me? I mean, whatever floats your boat.
Overthinking homosexuality.
Right. So how do you stop overthinking?
No, hold on, Lucario. Get on the Masculine Identity membership for $1. There is a literally a video on the Masculine Identity membership called "How to Stop Overthinking." Literally,
exactly. And don't overthink it. Just go do it. You feel what I'm saying? Do it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Since it was brought up, I always thought red pill stuff was a way of saying what society as a whole was all about, and people backing off from society and life. Somehow women got in the narrative. No, all of that shit is guys who just don't understand themselves being confused. That's all it really is at the end of the day. It says, how much sex are you going to have without going on a date, let's say in a week? Also, how consistent is the sex going to be over time with the women you do have sex with? So ZP4, I say you need to go out there and find out for yourself. You see what I'm saying? Because the questions you're asking is coming from a lack of experience. So if you're out there actually interacting with women and out there doing stuff, then you will answer your own question. Because remember, there's women out there, right, that you'll meet that are sexually attracted to you that will want to have sex with you. Those are the women that you would be able to have sex with on a consistent basis if they want to keep it going and you want to keep it going. You feel what I'm saying? You're saying, let's say in a week, it depends. How often are you going out in that week? Where are you going? Who are you talking to? What conversations are you having? See, a lot of the questions you guys ask, right, the answer is within you. You understand what I'm saying? This is why we say the game is about you, because you could go out for a week and nothing happens. Somebody else will go out for a week and a bunch of shit happens. So it just depends on the guy and the work he's willing to put in.
Exactly.
How often do you fellas shave your head? Pause. And what's the aftercare? Just got a freshly shaved bald head. I don't know, like once a week or some shit for me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do it when I'm on my game. I do it twice a week, every 2 to 3 days. Every 2 to 3 to 4 days, depending. And then sometimes I'll do the close shaver on a consistent basis. But I'll do the close shaver for a couple of days and keep it low. But then I still gotta let it grow in, so I could let it grow a little bit,
right?
And then get that good shave to bring it back down. And then the aftercare is I do alcohol and then shea butter.
Right.
Oh, and one important thing about shaving, guys, if you are shaving your head, you want to shave. You want to cut. In my opinion, you want to cut your hair directly after a shower. It's the best if you cut your hair when it's clean.
Real talk. It says 5-year dry spell at age 45. How to come back from this? Goddamn, what is? I don't know how you do this.
Your mindset is all fucked because you think you're coming back from something. There's nothing wrong with your situation, bro, at all. There's nothing wrong with your situation. Like the fact that you're thinking like this is what's keeping pussy from you.
Right. Like, how do you do, like, because this is the thing. You know, if somebody burned your house while you was in it, you would probably rush to get out the house. Or if your house caught on fire, you would run out the fucking house. Why? Because your desire to live is that heavy, right? You don't want to get burned up. You want to continue to live, right? Which is why you take action. So your desire to deal with women isn't, you know, that is not there. Because if it was, you would be doing something about it. Because how did 5 years pass without you doing anything about it? You see what I'm saying? And you can't say you've been doing something about it, because if you were, it wouldn't have been 5 years. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of times, truthfully, you guys are exactly where you want to be. You know what I mean? Because you're making the choices that are literally having you in the situation you're in. Because if it was really that bad, you understand, you would have took action. Just like shout out to Austin Holloman. He was like, yo, it's that bad in America. That's why he's overseas. You see what I'm saying? He was like, you know what I mean? Because if it wasn't that bad, he would be here fucking with these chicks. You know what I'm saying? For him. You feel what I'm saying? So it got to be that bad for you to actually take action. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're doing, Lucario.
Shout out to my dude.
Shout out to all. I mean, real talk.
You know what I'm saying? But guys, that's pretty much it, man. We done. Anything else you want to say, Miles, before we get up out of here?
Yeah, guys, get on the membership for $1, man. Just do it, man. Just do it. Stop playing, man.
Real
Get on the
talk.
membership for $1, 30 days. Yeah, at least get to check out the membership, see what it's about. You know, if you don't like it, you know, make sure you cancel. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't really begging y'all niggas. I'm just trying to make it easy for y'all to get on it so you can understand how valuable it really is. So you can decide to make the investment to stay on the membership as I continue to give you more programs every month as we do. You know what I'm saying? And Bad Boy membership, same thing. We continue to give you new programs every month. You understand? Because the information is necessary, guys. You know, because you know, even us at times we need to be reminded. You know, you understand? Like we're in the middle of it, so we do what we do, and we remind ourselves a lot. You know, and we also talk to our OGs and colleagues and things like that, and we remind ourselves of these things. But for you guys who are not in the world that we're in, you need access to that world, and these memberships is the access that you can get to this world. I mean, of course, you come check out the lives and stuff like that, but there's also special, nuanced, and very specific information that we give you in the programs and in the memberships that is vital. You understand? And you want to have access to that type of information 24/7. You understand? And you know that's. So, you know, we encourage you to get on a membership. So I'm offering it for you $1 for the first month, just so you can see what it's about. And if you like it, you can stay on it. If not, make sure you cancel. And that's about it, man. Same thing with the Bad Boy membership. Go to the badboymembership.com and check it out, man. If you like it, you know, you can stay on it. And Lucario, after I'm finished with the summer sale, Lucario's going to have something special for y'all with the Bad Boy membership as well. So make sure y'all stay tuned, man.
Exactly. Also, make sure you guys get your tickets to the
Click the link below and get your tickets to the Game Kings 2, The Definition of a Man documentary screening that's going to be held in Miami on October 26th, 2024. You'll be the first to watch the documentary, and then after the documentary, you'll be able to participate in a question and answer session with the Game Kings live. Space is limited, so click the link below and get your tickets now.
Yeah, get them tickets, people. Get them tickets. So make sure you guys click the links. April and Renee is putting the links in the chat. So make sure you guys go get that. Get your tickets to check us out live in Miami. You have filming. And yeah, man, check us out this weekend. Are you doing the Mad in the Skill Set show tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm trying, man. My schedule is crazy, man, running around here. But I'm gonna holler at K-Zag. More than likely, I'll be on it. But yeah. So, but either way, it's going down. So make sure you check out the Manhood is the Skill Set show. You know, regardless, man. Shout out to K-Zag, shout out to Jay Roman and stuff, and check out the Manhood is the Skill Set show. And then we got Ruge and No Theory on Sunday. And make sure you check it out 12 noon Eastern time, 1:30 Eastern time for Manhood is the Skill Set. And Lucario, you going live
at 5 o'clock? Yeah. So
make sure you guys check out Lucario live at 5 Saturday night on YouTube, man. You know we got the content for y'all, man. You know we talk about what y'all really want to hear, man. Y'all want to hear the game. Y'all want to hear niggas talk slick. Y'all want to hear niggas break down life so you can understand what the fuck you doing to yours. You feel me? Right. So that's what it is, man. It's your boy Miles Cunningham and it's your boy Lucario. We out here killing it, man. The bad boy of the dating game. Look, man, if it wasn't us, then who? You know what I'm saying? If it's not us, then who?
Exactly. Real talk. Yeah. Real talk.
If it's not us, then who? We the best. Shout out to DJ Khaled. I'm mad he said that shit before I could say it, man. But we the fucking best. Like, you know what I'm telling you? So anyway.
All right, y'all. We will holler at y'all later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. We gone and we out.
We're here to define what a man is, right?
Responsibility creates struggle, struggle creates strength, and strength creates structure.
How many people care about what people think about them? Be honest.
As a man, you got to be able to protect not just yourself, but your family.
When we talk about being a man, it's your behaviors.
But I don't say any of this to brag. I don't say any of this to gloat my life up or I'm better than anybody.
I start crying. I'm like, why am I crying? And so what I realized was,
you put yourself in a target-rich environment. You are the only woman that paid for a ticket to come to this event.
If you're trying to teach your daughter to be around a certain man and you're not that man yourself, she gonna choose you.
Hey, let me not touch this nigga. He too clean. Where is that on you?
It's not on me.
It's not on you. The only reason why it's not on you is because you didn't choose it.
Find the women who can actually help you build. And here's some deep game for you. You don't have to have sex with all of them.
Since 2016, I've been following Lucario and Miles. Y'all changed my life. Followed by Uncle Ram. So ever since then, I've been getting a little bit of too much ass at times.
You know, as a man, there's a balance to it. Your purpose and pussy. And the heavier your purpose.
even if you lose the relationship, you don't lose yourself. And that's the most important part.
Ladies and gentlemen,